All parties in the matter of Flint versus White. Step forward.
26-year-old Melissa Flint is suing her ex-boyfriend, 26-year-old Brian White, for the unpaid balance on a furniture set and a television.
Miss Flint, you and Mr. White had a brief relationship, and according to your complaint, he owes you money for furniture and a television set that you put on your credit card.
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. White says he doesn't owe you anything, although he is sitting on the furniture and watching the television.
Yes, ma'am.
How long did the two of you date?
We dated approximately 2 months.
From when to when?
We started dating the middle of December to about the middle of February.
And when did he move into this apartment that needed furniture?
He was moving the weekend of the 19th of January of 2008.
So far correct, Mr. White?
I thought we dated a lot longer than that.
It just seemed longer, Mr. White.
Possibly, but no, I do recall at least being with her through March and maybe some of April.
Fine. Where were you living, Miss Flint?
I was living in an apartment of my own in Kansas City.
How long had you been living there?
I moved in July of 2007.
And Mr. White, where had you been living previous to this apartment?
I lived with my father.
What kind of work were you doing?
I was a sales rep for a company called Service Manager.
Miss Flint had her own apartment, you had your apartment. Why would she buy you furniture?
It's a good question.
No. I always ask good questions, Mr. White.
Yes, ma'am.
That's why I'm here. I expect from you a truthful answer.
I will give you a truthful answer.
Then get to it.
Okay. She was with me at the time that I was moving out of my father's house. My roommate and I didn't have a bedroom or a TV, a nice TV for downstairs.
So you moved in with a roommate?
I moved in with a roommate, yes. I did.
Go ahead.
Anyways, as we got down to it, we were beginning to move in. I still did not have a TV or a bedroom set. She was willing to.
No, not she was willing to. I want you to tell me how it came about.
Well, I asked her if
What did you ask her?
If she would help me purchase a bedroom and a TV.
And what did she say?
She said yes.
And what did you say?
I said I would help make payments.
Then why are we here?
Because at the time we were together.
No, don't look down. Then why are we here?
Because at the time when we were together, she said she would help make payments with me. At the time that we broke up, I found out that she was with her ex-boyfriend.
Who cares?
I stopped making payments.
On what theory?
I looked at it as a gift.
He has really no defense to this. The fact that he didn't like the reason for your breakup is not a reason not to pay the bill.
We were together when she helped me purchase these. We went into it together.
No, you didn't go into it together, sir.
Yes,
if you
did.
lived together in an apartment with her, I would hear you. She had her own apartment. You moved in with a roommate. Listen to me. You moved in with a roommate. According to your testimony, not more than 3 minutes ago, you said you had an understanding. She said, can you help me buy the furniture? She said yes. And what was your understanding? She bought the furniture and I would make the payments. That's what you just said.
I said I would help with the payments, ma'am.
When was the last time you helped with the payments?
The last time I helped is after we broke up. The month that we broke up, I made
Listen,
my
you
last
look
payment.
foolish enough. Don't say anything else. All right? You look like enough of a fool. Say nothing else. You don't want your father to see this. $2,158. Judgment for the plaintiff. Thank you. That's all.
Parties are excused.
22-year-old Sandra Montejano is suing 20-year-old Nicole Martinez for assaulting her at a party.
Order. All rise. Quiet in the courtroom. Yeah, it's case number 8 on the calendar in the matter of Montejano versus Martinez.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat, please.
Ms. Montejano, it is your claim that at a party where I conjure up in my imagination there was a lot of drinking going on, that Ms. Martinez assaulted you. You want her to be responsible for your medical bills and for your pain and suffering as a result of that assault. Ms. Martinez indicates in her answer that this was a case of self-defense.
Yes.
First, tell me, on what date was this party you attended?
It was January 11th.
2009?
Right.
And at whose home was the party?
It was at Edson's house.
Keep your voice up.
Edson's house.
Who was that?
Him. I mean,
The
Nicole's
house
boyfriend.
is actually mine.
You say it was at his house.
Well, I didn't know she lived there. It was.
You live there as well?
It's my house, yes.
Who owns the house?
I do.
And what was he doing there?
He's my boyfriend.
So you own the house.
He lives
with you. Who invited you to the party?
A friend of ours.
Who?
I can't say her name, but we were invited personally to that party.
What do you mean you can't say her name?
Her name was Alexia.
You know that person?
Absolutely not.
Do you?
I don't, Your Honor.
Was she at the party?
Yeah, she was there with some other friends. We knew Edson from before. We had been to his house a few times and party. We didn't know he had a girlfriend now.
So you had been to his house before when she wasn't home?
I think he was single back then because we didn't know she lived
Is it the
there.
same house?
She didn't live there before.
Listen to me carefully. Is it the same house you went to
Yeah.
before?
Yeah.
How many times had you been to the house?
Probably twice.
Twice, did you say?
Yeah.
Before January of 2009, when were you at the house before?
Yeah.
That doesn't require a yes or a no. That requires
Oh.
a date. before January 2009, when was the last time you were at the house?
I don't remember. It was probably
A month,
like
2 months, 3
more than
months,
a year
6
ago.
months, what?
Probably more than a year ago.
How long have you been living there?
For a few months.
This is going to get better. Okay, so January 11th, you were invited by some girl. Now, who did you see? Did you see her when you got there?
Yeah.
What time did you get there?
We got there like around 11.
Who did you go to the party with?
Me, April, and my sister.
Let's go. You got there at 11 o'clock. What happened when you got there?
When we got there, we were dancing, and there was some girls already fighting. They were already fighting. I don't know why, because there was some girls dancing on their table, and I don't know why they were fighting, but they were fighting right in front of me. And we were about to leave, but then they calmed down. So we decided to stay a little longer. So we were just having a good time, partying. Even Edson came up to us and gave us a hug, and he was like, "Hey guys, how are you guys?" And we were like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And
he does that to everybody.
Listen to
and
We don't have a table.
Quiet. How much drinking were you doing, and what were you drinking?
I only had a mixed drink.
What kind of alcohol were you drinking?
It was vodka with like Sprite.
Did you meet any guys there that night? Is not an answer. Did you meet any guys there that night?
Yeah.
Did you end up in the bathroom with one of them?
No.
For sure.
Did you end up in the bathroom with somebody?
No, he wanted to walk me to the bathroom, and I kept telling him to leave.
I didn't ask you that. I asked you if you ended up in the bathroom with somebody.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the answer. With whom?
I didn't know him.
Who walked into the bathroom first, you or the guy?
I did, and then he followed me.
And after he followed you into the bathroom, who closed the door?
He did.
And what did you do in the bathroom?
I was telling him to get out because I needed to use our bathroom, and I wasn't feeling good, and he wouldn't get
Don't
out.
look down. Look at me.
And he wouldn't get out, and then that's when they started knocking on the door.
Yeah.
And that's when I told them to get out. I was like, get out, get out. And he got out, and I stayed in the restroom because I needed to
All
use
right.
the restroom.
That's not true.
Okay. Now let's just take it up to there, Miss Martinez, because I read your answer very carefully. Let's start with knocking at the bathroom door. You were trying to get people out of the house.
Yes, I had gotten overcrowded. Me and him started kicking people out. He was pounding on the door. I came to see what was going on. My lock is one of those you could just stick like a card in and just unlock it. So that's what I did because the door was locked. I unlocked it. She's wrapped in my towels and he has his pants down. So I go, I shut the door. I go, I'm giving you 5 minutes to get changed and get out of my restroom. I waited. I started kicking more people out. I came back. He had already fled by the time I came back. He ran out as fast as he could. I came in. She's kneeling in my restroom, and she's telling me to hold on. I go, no. I gave you 5 minutes to put your clothes on, and I asked you to get out, and I asked you nicely, and I didn't do anything. She didn't want to listen. She kept telling me to hold on, so I grabbed her, and I pulled her out of my restroom, and I told her to leave. We then started throwing punches at each other because of the way I pulled her out, and that's when everything had started. Next thing I know, I have 2 other girls come and jump me as well. I have 3 of them on top of me by myself.
You mean these 2 girls?
Those 2.
Okay.
Which I don't know what the 16-year-old was doing at my house or why she would bring a 16-year-old to my house, but she
Who's
was
16?
there.
She's
What were you
17.
doing there? What were you doing there?
We went to, I wanted to go with her, and yeah, we ended up there at the party.
That you didn't go to until 11 o'clock at night?
Yeah,
Who do you live with?
my mom and my dad.
They let you go to a party at 11 o'clock
My
at
parents
night?
weren't home that weekend.
Hey,
Sorry.
Our parents weren't home that weekend, so we left.
She just said she was at home with her parents.
how many times do I have to tell you? Don't speak to me.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Don't speak to me sitting down. And don't stand up until I ask you.
Okay.
Understand?
Yeah.
Perfect. So your parents weren't home that night or the whole weekend?
Yeah,
But you knew it was the wrong thing to do.
yes.
Now you can sit down. Okay, go ahead, Miss Martinez.
All 3 of them had a full grip of my hair, and I was trying to swing. I couldn't because they had me like literally bent over. And the first thing I grabbed was a bottle, and I swung. I didn't know who I was swinging at. I just swung. I got her. She still kept fighting, and both of them kept fighting. The guys had finally pulled us all apart. April then comes running back in. He steps in the middle of us because she's getting ready to hit me. And she's hitting him, trying to get through him to me. And then that's when more guys come, get her off of him, take her outside, and ask them to leave.
How many people were drunk that night?
I'd probably say 95% of the people that were there.
And that would be including you and including her?
I wasn't because I was actually watching everything that was going on because I'm the owner of the house. I was just kind of patrolling. However, at the end of the night, when all the fight had happened, her sister actually came up to me and said, I really apologize for my sister, but she's really wasted.
That is not true.
Shh. Are you speaking sitting down? Don't get up. I didn't ask you. Not a shouting match here. This is a courtroom.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Sandra Montejano says party hostess Nicole Martinez beat her up during a wild night of drinking. Nicole claims she was acting in self-defense.
Okay, tell me your version. Now you're in the bathroom. Now you're in the bathroom. And if you think that I believe that he followed you into the bathroom and nothing was going on there,
I don't even remember that guy taking his
because
pants
you were
off.
wasted, because you drank too much.
Maybe he tried to do something with me while I was using the restroom.
Because you were
but I don't
drunk,
remember
because you
that.
drank too much. And you brought, she's your
don't
younger
remember
sister?
doing
Hey,
anything with
I'm
him.
speaking.
Oh,
now you're trying
yeah.
to talk over me. First I can't hear you, and now you're trying to talk over me. That's your kid's sister?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first thing you did wrong was to take your sister out to a place you knew you shouldn't have taken her, right?
Right.
Did you let her drink when you were there?
No.
Did you drink anything?
No.
Yeah, baloney.
She didn't.
Baloney.
And I wouldn't be making out with the guy in the restroom knowing that my little sister is outside.
Yeah, yes, you would have.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you absolutely would have. For the
I
same
wouldn't have
reason that
wanted
you took her
anybody
out at
to know
11
either.
o'clock at night. Now, give me your version. And I have other things to do today.
I don't remember. Half of what she's saying, it's a lie. Because
I didn't
never
ask you half of what she's saying is a
Okay.
lie. I asked you your
This is what
version.
happened.
Hey, you're trying to talk over me again? I asked you to tell me your version of what happened after she told you to get out of the bathroom.
Okay, what happened is
That you first told me you weren't in with a guy.
no, I did. I told you I was, but I didn't. I never did anything with
Yeah,
that
first
guy.
you told me you weren't. Now let's move on. You're in the bathroom. She tells you to get out of the bathroom. He leaves. Go ahead.
Okay, as soon as he walks out of the bathroom, I start, using the bathroom. And that's when she tried to get me out of the bathroom. And I was like, hold on, I need to use the bathroom. And I didn't know who was knocking the door. When I came out of the bathroom, she just pulled me and started stalking me until I was shocked, like punching me all over the place. And I was shocked. I didn't even have a chance to defend myself. And so I remember seeing myself in the floor crying, and then they were telling me to leave, that we were going home already. So when we were walking out, I was like, did she just hit me like that or randomly? Like, I'm shocked. I can't believe she just attacked me like that. So I'm like, who is she? I wanna know who she is. I wasn't looking for a fight. I was just going to confront her. Like, why did she do that? I didn't do anything wrong.
I have the police.
So when we were leaving, she was outside surrounded by all these guys. And it seemed like all they wanted was just fight. Because I went up, I was walking
Don't tell me
towards
what
her.
it seems. Just tell me what happened.
Well, because when I was walking towards her, she just cracked the beer bottle in my head without even knowing why I was walking towards her for. I wasn't even sure if she was the one that had attacked me in the first place.
You mean you're in a tight area in somebody's house, right outside the bathroom, and you're not sure who it was who attacked you?
Right.
Right,
I was
drunk.
still, in my mind, I was still looking for the girl that attacked me, and I don't know where she just...
Drunk. Drunk. As a skunk. Drunk. Go to the hospital?
Yeah.
I want to see the report. And I want to see the police report. Thank you, sir. I don't want the hospital bills. I want the hospital report.
Well, I requested them, and they never called me back. They said they were going to give me a call back to go pick them up.
Okay. You told the police officer that when plaintiff came to you, you swung a beer bottle that was in your right hand. Is that right? That's what you
No.
told the police. That's what you told the police.
That's what they put down, yes.
No, that's what you told them.
Okay.
And at the police station, you acknowledged that you were wrong and that you shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a start. You had no right to hit her with a beer bottle. You understand that?
I know.
Once somebody tells you to leave their house, you have to leave.
We were leaving.
No. Immediately. You overstayed your welcome. You were in the bathroom doing something you shouldn't have been doing. She wanted you to leave. It's her house. You should have left immediately. That doesn't mean that she has the right to lose it, which she clearly did. And so she has to be responsible. You have no health insurance?
No,
Have any of these bills been paid?
not yet.
How many stitches did you have?
2.
What was the total amount of your bills?
$6,700.
Judging for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. That should cover some of your medical bills. Now, can we have the next case, please?
This is case number 9 on the calendar in the matter of McKay versus Rodriguez.
22-year-old April McKay is suing Nicole Martinez's boyfriend, Edson Rodriguez, for assaulting her at the party in question.
Have the parties been sworn?
Yes, they have.
Okay. All right. Ms. McKay, you were at the party. You were the third member of this triumvirate who went there.
Correct.
And it is your claim that Mr. Rodriguez assaulted you.
Correct.
According to the police, very uncooperative, Mr. Rodriguez.
Correct.
Why were you being uncooperative with the police?
He asked me to remain seated, and I stand up to get some water. That's why that was considered cooperation.
What, you were dying for a drink?
Well, he asked me to remain seated, and I was upset because of the whole situation, and they just got into the house, and I went to get water. That was it.
You think that I believe that?
I think yeah.
No. How much did you have to drink that night,
I didn't
Mr.
drink
Rodriguez? At all?
At all.
So you tell me, Ms. McKay, how he assaulted you.
Basically, it's from the start, just the way their case was earlier. We were there at the party for a while, enjoying our time. We got invited by some friends. Anyway, so I seen Sandra coming out, and this girl, don't remember, but anyway, she came out of the restaurant. They started fighting. So I went over there to separate them, and I was trying to separate them as, you know, so she came and tried to help me to separate Sandra and Nicole from fighting. That's when Edson came up to me and grabbed me and said, no, let them fight. Don't, you know, just let them fight. So no, I was telling him, I'm not going to let them fight. I'm going to go out and separate them. I want to leave. I'm not here to, you know, have any fights against anybody. So I pulled him apart again. That's when he grabbed me by the hair and started punching me. He dragged me down to the floor and started socking me in my chest. Then, therefore, we both went to the hospital for that. While I was getting dragged down by his fist and he was hitting me on the chest, I heard Sandra screaming and I heard a beer bottle break. I heard screaming. That's when the cops arrived, and that's it. I don't know what happened after that.
Go ahead.
Ma'am, Your Honor, she's 100 pounds, 5 feet tall. If I will beat her up, she will be in the hospital for a couple of weeks.
Oh, you're a big macho guy.
And I know you understand that. Now, according to the police report, it says that 2 male guys were punching her in the stomach, and she just said that, and she didn't admit that. And I have that in writing, according to a police report.
Is there another male there?
No, not that I know of.
Can I see a copy of your hospital record?
Sure.
And I have the police report.
Where's that?
You were driving that night, Ms. McKay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you have anything to drink that night?
No, Your Honor.
Go ahead, sir. I'm listening to you.
She declared, I mean, according to...
Don't tell me what she declared here. I'm asking you to talk to me. Did you hit her?
No, I don't.
Didn't put your hand on her?
Yeah, I did.
How?
I grabbed her hands so she wouldn't punch my girlfriend, and I was trying to control the situation. Then she fell down, and I didn't attack her at any time.
How did she get a chest contusion?
Well, that's a lie.
No, that's according to what the doctor says.
Yeah, she also said
And that's according to what
Well,
the
she
doctor...
got involved in the fight when my girlfriend was fighting Sandra. I couldn't be back then.
So you mean when all 3 girls were involved in the fight, she could have gotten punched then?
Correct.
So you just pulled her away?
Just pulled her away, trying to control.
Did she fall?
Yes.
Tell me how she fell.
Right when I noticed she wasn't there anymore, I just turned around. I didn't look at her falling, right? It was like 10, 15 people outside trying to control the whole situation. Now, over there says that there were 2 guys attacking her, which now she declared that's not true.
Yeah, are you trying to tell me what I have to look at in order to evaluate this case?
No, Your Honor, I'm sorry.
I asked, just tell me what happened. You pulled her off her.
Pulled her off her, trying to control
And she
the
fell.
situation.
I'm not satisfied that Mr. Rodriguez punched you and assaulted you. I think he probably grabbed you and got you off her and you probably fell. But I think there was a whole lot of fighting going on there. And the only one who did something that was actionable was her. Because she knows that when she picked up that beer bottle, took that beer bottle that was in her hand and hit her over the head with it, she knew it was wrong. And she knew it was wrong because she had allowed this group to come into her home and then got angry when this young lady wouldn't leave as quickly as she wanted her to leave. She sort of acknowledges that even in her answer, lost her temper and lost her cool. And she can do that as long as she doesn't do it with a beer bottle. He had nothing to do with it. Your case against Mr. Rodriguez is dismissed. That's all. Thank you.
Excuse me, step out.
Lady Fitzgerald is suing her former friend, Christy Kolonowski, for ramming her car with her vehicle during an argument over a man. Christy is countersuing for her car repair bills.
All rise. Yeah, it's case number 17 on the calendar, the matter of Fitzgerald versus Kolonowski.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat.
Are you Derek?
Yep.
Yes is the answer.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sit up and look as if you're paying attention. Up. Sit up straight. Look like you're paying attention to me. You look very bored.
Straight.
All right.
That is.
Would you believe that these 2 women are actually fighting over this? Ladies, get it! Why in the world would you, for any reason, go after each other over a guy?
She went after me.
No. She went after me. I don't get it. And now that I see it, I for sure don't get it.
Get it once I explain
Now,
it.
listen to me. You made a baby with him,
Yes.
and you were living with him.
Yes.
Are you still living with
No.
him? No. Are you living with him?
No.
You see what happens? The only thing you got is a baby.
And damaged property.
No. The only thing you got is a baby.
She's
Damaged
almost
property
9.
goes away.
Yeah, I have a daughter that he doesn't care about.
That's right.
No.
That's just a second. I mean, it's a good lesson. Would you ever let your daughter hook up with somebody who wasn't ready to commit to you?
No.
No, of course not. How old are you?
I'm going to be 30 this year.
Is this your only child?
Yep.
Okay. Your lawsuit says that at some point you got into an altercation with the defendant. She got into an altercation with you and she damaged your car. She says that you started it, you damaged her car, she's got a counterclaim. That's what the case is about.
Right. And my boots.
So, I deal with it. It's all totally irrelevant compared to the much larger picture of ruined lives and disappointments and children without fathers. The damage to your car is this big.
Mm-hmm.
The two of you used to be friends, right? All right. So, when did this incident occur with the car?
March 3rd, 2009.
Put your hand down.
I'm sorry.
Go.
On March 3rd, 2009, Derek Zazeta, my daughter's father, was working on my car in his neighbor's driveway across the street.
Just a second. He's working on your car, so you had a reasonable relationship with him.
Yes.
And you called him to come to fix your car?
My whole exhaust system failed.
I'm just
yes.
that requires a yes or no, not an
Yes.
exhaust. You called him to come and fix your car.
Yes.
When did you call him?
The night before.
And when did he show up?
The next day.
In the morning?
Yep. Yes.
Yes is the answer.
I know.
What time in the morning?
It was before noon.
And where was he living at the time?
I was at my friend Lori's house, and he lives kitty corner across the street from her.
Now, what were you doing at your friend's house?
I went over there because I couldn't go to his house because Christy was there.
Why didn't he come to your house?
Because all his tools are in his friend's garage across the street.
So that's okay. He said, bring the car over and I'll take a look at it.
Yes.
Where do you live in relation to
I was
this?
living with Derek in November of 2008.
Listen to me.
I
didn't ask you.
Centerline.
Listen to me.
Sorry.
I have questions. You answer the questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't go beyond the scope of my question. If I want you to go further, I'll tell you. Otherwise, just answer the questions. On March 3rd, 2009, where were you living?
I was living on Centerline in my apartment.
Where is that in relation to where Derek was living and where her friend was living?
I was staying with him off and on.
Were
Just
you
the
staying?
night.
Shh. Were you staying with him on the night of March the 2nd?
Yes.
Okay, so you were at his house?
Yes.
Were you at his house the night before when he got a call from Miss Fitzgerald to fix her car?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I assume that when you were at his house and he got the call, you were annoyed.
No. I do not have any problem with him fixing her car because they have an understanding with the daughter thing.
So just a second. Put your hand down.
So
So you had no problem. So you slept together that night, and the
Yep.
next day
Yep.
he left to go over to fix the car.
Yes. And
Did
the
you have any
incident did
words in the
not-
morning with him?
Yes.
What did you have words about in the morning?
He was going across the street to fix Katie's car, and I went back to sleep.
When I meant words, I meant unpleasant words.
No, there was no unpleasant words.
Nothing.
Nope.
Okay. So now he went across the street to fix her car.
Correct.
Go.
She's lying.
Nope. I don't want to hear she's lying. I want you to tell me the story.
Okay.
Now he comes over at noon to fix your car.
Okay, he came over to he welded up my exhaust system, and when he came in to tell me it was done, she was in my friend's driveway, and as I got in my car...
She was in your friend's driveway.
Yes, Derek,
in her car.
Derek, my friend Angela, and myself got in my car to pick up my daughter from school, and she got mad.
Shh,
and
don't tell me what she got mad. Don't
okay,
tell me
well,
mad.
she blocked the driveway, wouldn't let me out, so I had to go over the curb to get out of the driveway, and on the diagram over here it shows what happened after that.
Just a second.
It's news to me.
What time was this? He came over a little before noon.
This was about 1 or 2.
It was 3:30.
It was not 3:30.
It
I have a
was.
ticket.
I have the ticket
Hey,
from
don't-
511.
Don't.
It's not 511.
If it's not 1,
have
2,
to
3, you're done.
3:11.
I'm
It's
going to
not
throw
what
you
my
out.
ticket says.
You're going to get thrown out. And you right after her.
Sorry. I have the ticket.
I don't care what you have unless I'm asking you a question.
Yes, ma'am.
How old is your daughter?
She's 8.5.
And what kind of school does she go to that
She
gets out
goes
at 1?
to-
I'm speaking. You let me finish. What kind of school does she go to that lets out at 1:30?
We were actually going back to my house first, then we were going to pick her up from school,
What were you going back to your house for?
just to get away from Christy. So Derek and
Yeah,
I
Elijah.
could spend time.
So it was a lie that you were going to pick up your daughter.
No, we were
No,
going.
it was a lie that you were going to pick up your daughter. You weren't going to pick up your daughter. You were going back to your house so you could spend time with Derek. That's what you started to
I
tell
wasn't
me.
spending time with Derek.
Who
he
was?
wanted to spend time with his girlfriend that he was trying to get back together with, Angela.
Fine. So what you were
I didn't
doing,
mean to
hey,
lie.
I'm speaking.
Okay.
So you were facilitating him spending time with his girlfriend.
Yes.
Ex.
Great. We all deserve each other.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Katie Fitzgerald claims former friend Christy Kolanowski purposely rammed her vehicle during an argument over a man.
Now, she's blocked your car because she's been with him the night before. Excuse me, I have to put my glasses on and take a better look at this.
He's not worth it, believe me.
You're telling me?
He's not.
So what's happening, Ms. Fitzgerald, is you know that the defendant was at his house the night before. You know that they slept in the same bed probably the night before. And he used to be your boyfriend, father
Years
of your
ago.
child. I just understand this. So you called him to come and fix your exhaust system, and you were facilitating. You know what that means? You were making it easy for him, used to be your boyfriend, currently her boyfriend, to get back together with this person by going back to your house to spend time with her out of the eye shot and earshot of this defendant.
Yes.
I just want to know what's going on. And it is your claim that she got angry and she blocked the driveway. And then what happened?
Are you asking me?
I am asking
Then
you.
I backed out of the driveway over the curb, and in the diagram, if you would like me to explain the diagram, I would. But
I don't need you to. Just
Okay.
tell me.
I backed out of the driveway. There's skid marks. I have pictures of skid marks on the
Just
street.
tell me. You backed out of your driveway, but you couldn't get over your driveway, so you
so
took
I went over the
I'm
curb.
speaking. So you took the car that he just fixed and you went over the curb with it
Had no
to
choice.
get away so that he could have some private time with her.
And then
I'm getting this right?
Yes.
You're taking your car. What do you do for a living?
I don't work.
You have to work.
I'm
If you-
disabled.
You're not too disabled to get behind the wheel of a car.
No, but
Drive
I
over a curb.
I didn't want to hit her car. I had to leave though, because she was going crazy.
You didn't have to leave. She's going crazy. You go in your house. You call 911. You say someone is blocking my driveway. Hey, I'm not talking to you.
I know, I'm so sorry. Because it's just.
You just call the
life.
police.
We did
Your
call the police.
counterclaim's dismissed.
I'm sorry.
Counterclaim's dismissed. Now we're going to continue. Now you got it? Good. That's what a normal person does. Now, do you have a psychiatric disability?
No.
Well, if you don't have a psychiatric disability, and I'm not going to
Right.
ask you what the nature of your disability is that prevents you from working,
It's post-traumatic stress.
that would be a psychiatric
Oh,
disability.
okay. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Well, you should know. If the reason that the government is taking care of you is because you have post-traumatic stress from something.
It was from a head injury.
From
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
You should get a job. It would keep you out of
I
trouble.
do want to get a job.
You should get a job, any kind of a job.
I do have
It would
a
keep you out of trouble.
I want to work in the casino.
It would keep you out of trouble. It would keep you from machinating and ruminating about stupid things. All right, so now you're going over a curb when you and, what's your name?
Angela,
And how old are you, Angela?
32.
32. What do you do for a living?
I'm a painter,
House painter or a
Yes.
portrait painter?
house painter.
But you weren't working, I assume, on this day.
I was not.
Go ahead. So you backed over the curb. Go.
And I was going down the street, and she sped off behind me. I have skid marks.
Sped off behind you
and tried to hit me the whole way down the street. And then she
And?
was swerving around me, and she swerved to go around me and rammed right into the passenger rear of my car. And I have a picture of my bumper. I have an estimate for the frame that she bent on my car. And I got a careless driving ticket because we were both going we were screaming at each other. She jumped out and kicked my car.
Just a second. So you were both screaming at each other, and you were both driving your car recklessly in order to get, because you both got citations.
Well, they just
Correct?
didn't want to deal with it.
Did you both get citations?
Yes, we did.
Well, I have a violation of driving on a restricted license because I was trying to leave the scene just to avoid conflict, and it was a cat and mouse down the street.
I gather
She
that
was
that's exactly
speeding
what it
up.
was. I gather that's exactly what it was.
And when I went to go turn down Elsa, which it's not on the diagram, she cut me off, so that's how I got my front end clipped. And my witness right here, he's seen it all,
You know,
and
I want
was
to
there.
explain something to you. The person that I want to least hear from in this world today is him.
Yeah, I know, Your Honor. I'm so sorry.
You understand?
I understand that.
Now, I don't think that either one of you, based upon what you just told me, acted appropriately that day.
I was just trying to get out of there.
I packed.
You didn't have to get out.
She was waiting.
You didn't have to get out.
You cut
All you
me
had,
off.
hey, Based upon what
How
you
do
told
cut somebody off on a side
When I'm
street?
trying to turn
Your
down a
claim
side
is
street,
I'm
you
sorry,
have
I'm
to-
Do you
sorry.
understand?
No, I'm sorry.
No. She said,
keeps
how many
throwing-
times
I'm
did you say
sorry.
I'm sorry?
No, I'm not
I
gonna
dismissed her
talk
claim.
unless you talk.
I dismissed her claim.
I'm sorry.
Good. Your claim's dismissed. Dismissed. I would have dismissed it anyway. You don't hear. You have to be more involved with your life and less involved with the lives of other people. Do you get it?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know what kind of stupidity you were involved with that day, because I'm not hearing this counterclaim of yours that she hit your car and that she's responsible for the accident. You both behaved badly.
I should have called the cops in the first place.
That's right. Or gone into the house and not arranged for this assignation between Prince Charming over here and your unemployed painter friend. Do you get it?
Yes.
Do you get it?
Yes.
Goodbye.
What about my
May I
boots?
step out?
Thank you.
She turned my daughter's father against his own daughter.
I already know how my kid's ma is.
I'm going after him for child support, so the loser better get a job.
I'll pay child support, and she can go pay a real mechanic, a real collision shop, real prices, and see how far that goes.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Bourgeois versus Lesserson. Step forward, please.
Carol Bourgeois is suing her former employee, Sarah Lesserson, for damage to her home, a broken cell phone, the cost to change her locks, and lost wages.
Ms. Bourgeois, you hired the defendant as a personal assistant. Things didn't work out. The relationship of employer-employee ended badly. According to what I read in your complaint and your answer, there came a time when Miss Lesserson, terminating herself from your employ, asked for her final paycheck, something that you did not give her immediately. Subsequently, she sued you in small claims court for her paycheck. So far, correct?
Yes.
And you lost, and you were directed by the judge to return her paycheck. You appealed that decision, and within the last several months, your appeal was rejected. So far, is that correct?
Correct. Yes, Your Honor.
Did you get your paycheck?
I did, Your Honor.
And I also read between the lines here, and at that time you also raised before the judge in that small claims hearing the fact that you wanted a business cell phone back. Correct?
Correct, amongst other things, yes.
Talking about the cell phone?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the judge directed that the cell phone be returned. When did you return the cell phone?
I returned it in August when we were in court. I had brought that along with other
August of 2008.
2008.
Because you say that she damaged the cell phone. That I'm not entertaining. That was already taken care of by another judge. And between August of 2008 and May of 2009, if you had a complaint about the cell phone, you should have filed it, not waited until after your appeal was denied. Do we understand each other?
Yes.
Good. In addition, you are suing her because you say when she came to your office to collect her paycheck, she assaulted you.
Correct.
Something I assume you raised at some point. Is that right?
Yes.
When did you raise this assault?
I believe it was mentioned during the paycheck, but the judge wasn't concerned with that and didn't address that because that was not the issue.
He could have. Because the same way that you're suing her now for the assault, you could have counterclaimed when she sued you for the paycheck for the assault. And it was raised before the judge,
right, but
correct?
out of ignorance, I thought that it would balance out. I didn't understand.
I'm dismissing the assault. You get one shot of the apple. You can't come and fetch and annoy courts because you lose an appeal. Do we understand each other?
Yes.
Unless you have a police report that suggests that you had visible injuries. Do you have a police report that indicates you had visible injuries?
I have photos too.
I'm not interested in your photos. I'm interested in the police report.
Your Honor,
Don't speak. So far, you're not losing. So far, I got what this case is. It's a lot of nonsense. Somebody who's vindictive because they lost the case. I can see no signs of injury on Bourgeois' right arm or right cheek where she said she was slapped. Bourgeois could not tell me with what hand Lesserson slapped or grabbed her. Okay, that's what I thought. Because even if I believe that she slapped you, which I don't, there is no way that you lost any wages due to an assault and changed lock fees. You want to give me 30 seconds on changed lock fees? 30 seconds.
She cut my keys. She signed a receipt stating that she would return my house key. She said she was holding it hostage, and because she assaulted me, broke my gate, I had to call the police. She was screaming at me. I was afraid, so I had to call a locksmith to change my locks.
Madam, you lost the case. You've already had 2 bites of the apple. You had a trial. I'm speaking. You had a trial and you had an appeal. Every issue that you raised before me, you could have raised, did raise, in some instances before another judge. You don't get to waste court's time 3 times. Do you understand?
Yes, but I did
That's
raise
all.
those.
Case is dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Parties are excused. You may
Tricia Cedarquist is suing the father of her child, Dirk Spakovius, for storage fees. Patricia claims Dirk abandoned his property at her home.
all rise. Now, it's case number 23 on the calendar in the matter of Cedarquist versus Spakovius.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Sir, have a seat.
Ms. Cedarquist, the defendant was your former boyfriend and you have a 5-year-old child together.
Yes, that's right.
The complaint is an interesting one. You lived in a house together for a period of time up until when?
June of 07.
And at that time, you separated and the defendant ultimately left the house. You claim he left the house, leaving certain property there. And the property remained there for 18 months. And you want him to pay storage fees for that property.
Yes, I do.
That's what your case is about.
Yes.
That's not going to happen. Did you have a storage agreement with him?
Yes, we did.
No, you didn't. You never had an agreement that he was going to pay you for storage. As a matter of fact, according to the defendant, which I believe the reason that stuff was left in the house, at least part of the reason, was the ownership of the house was in dispute, and there was some legal action with regard to who was going to get the house. Is that true?
That's true.
Was the house in dispute?
Yes, it was.
Fine. And when was that dispute resolved?
I lost the action in the first part of 07.
Do you have an appeal pending?
Yes, we have an appeal pending.
At the same time, I understand, based upon your answer, a custody dispute. Is that correct?
That has been resolved now.
How has it been resolved, sir?
We were in the social services system for 18 months, and as of April 1st, the child has been awarded me as the full parent.
When you say you were in the social service system, what does that mean?
During our battles in the past, the police came out and had removed the child and put her into
This
protective
doesn't have
custody.
anything to do with the case, Your Honor. This is private information, and this is a different problem altogether. I don't want to bring my daughter into it. I'd like not to.
I have questions. If you don't want to answer my questions,
I'm just being protective of my daughter.
Your daughter is how old?
She's 5.
Yeah, tell her not to watch. Tell her not to watch. At this point, you're in the house. Some of his property was there. I want to see a copy of a contract that you had with him for storage of whatever property. These were auto parts. I want to see it. You have a copy of a contract?
You know, I do.
I want to see it.
In the sense
Just
that...
a second. Just give me a copy of a contract of a storage agreement that he made with you to store these auto parts in your house that you sold when?
The last 6 months. And I told him I was going to be selling them for storage, and he, in fact, helped me. I have proof here that he helped me with some of these listings, knowing I was selling them for storage purposes, storage fee purposes.
Show me a contract that you had. Show me.
A written contract that he signed?
Yes.
Not a verbal one?
No.
I don't have one.
And the stuff has been there since June of 2007. Is that correct?
Technically, it's been there
2006.
since 1989.
No, it hasn't, Dirk. No, that's not true. That's
when
not true.
did you first move into the house, Miss Cedarquist?
I moved into the house in of 02.
Sir, I don't understand how it could be there in 1989 if you moved into the house. If she didn't move into the house until 2002.
I purchased the house in 1989. It's been my house. And
Just a minute.
You lost the house in foreclosure.
Oh, forget it. Oh, forget it. Okay. Very good. Now you have a counterclaim. I'm prepared to hear your counterclaim in about 30 seconds. You have a counterclaim for her selling your stuff on eBay?
That is correct.
Did you ever give her permission to sell your stuff on eBay? Just answer the question. That requires a
No.
yes or a no.
No.
I don't believe it. You just started to give me a reason. Did you ever give her permission to sell your stuff on eBay?
Yes, when we were together.
I have proof that shows him giving me permission just months ago.
Mr. Spakovius, if the plaintiff has proof that you gave her permission after June of 07 to sell your property on eBay, I'm not going to be happy with you, sir. Do you understand?
I understand that.
All I want to ask you is, did you give her permission since June of 07 to sell any of your auto parts on eBay?
No.
Fine, show me the proof.
This is
Because
communication.
now I'm dealing with his counterclaim. I'm already resolving your claim for storage, which is nonsense.
Well, this is his... This
nonsense! Did you ever write to her, be extremely careful, the bolts break easy, and it's easy to mess up the strip? Yes, take off the lights and sell separate? And that was written in May of 2008.
Not in May 2008. No.
Well, that's when it's, I mean, I don't do this machine well, and I certainly don't do eBay well. Isn't that date Saturday, May 24th, 2008? Isn't that what it says, Bird?
That's what it says.
I want to show this to him. May of 08 is after June of 07.
Yes.
Can I also ask you to look at the pictures of of how much stuff there is?
I don't care. You lived in this house together. You lived in this house as a couple. He lived in this house separately. You lived in this house separately. I gather there was some sort of ongoing dispute with regard to the ownership of the house and who should get the house. You got the house. He got the kid. That's the way it worked out. If you're not happy with that, that's too bad. But that's the way it is. You have a child who's 5. Start getting along with each other because you're tied to each other for a long time. If he has primary physical custody of this child now, in the foreseeable future, you better be nice to him and stop irritating him. And you the same, sir. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay? You got to start loving your daughter more than you hate each other. And stop fighting over nonsense,
Your Honor,
like storage fees for auto parts.
I have lived
Listen
my
to me.
whole life has been
Listen to
revolved
me.
around
Hey,
these parts.
Listen to me. I'm not hearing any more about your stored auto parts. Do you
Then they're
understand?
mine.
Do you understand?
Then they're mine. I understand.
Perfect.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Patricia Cedarquist says the father of her child, Dirk Spikovius, owes for abandoning his property at her home. Dirk is countersuing Patricia for check fraud and for selling his belongings on eBay.
Now, you still have any property at her house?
Yes, I do.
You have 5 days to go and get the stuff. If you do not get it within 5 days...
Your Honor, I've lived with these for so many years and fought with the city over it, the neighbors. What about damages?
Miss Cedarquist, listen to me carefully. Didn't you have your listening ears on? You have a 5-year-old child that you're hell-bent on protecting.
Yes.
Listen to me carefully. You are tied to him. He is now the primary physical custodian of your 5-year-old.
That will change.
It may, and it may not. And irrespective of whether it changes or not, both of you, based upon the fact that they gave him physical custody now, are going to have input in this child's life. And if a court finds that you're going to impede that, no court will give you custody of a child. I wouldn't give you custody of a child if I felt for 1 second that by giving you custody of this child, she was going to be deprived of her father. And that's the sense that I'm getting from you, Miss Cedarquist. That is the sense that I'm getting from you. Put your listening ears on. You gotta love your child more than you hate each other. He's gonna come within 5 days and pick up all of his junk. And whatever he doesn't pick up with a marshal within 5 days belongs to her.
I give him so many opportunities.
I'm speaking. Don't you get it?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Whatever you don't pick up now
In 5
is
days.
hers. Now, based on this, that you can't explain to me, that suggests to me that you lied to me when you said that after June of 07, she never had permission to sell any of your stuff on eBay.
Correct.
So if she sold any of your stuff on eBay for whatever costs, I'm dismissing that part of your counterclaim. Do you understand?
Yes.
Now I'm going to get to this other part of your counterclaim if you still want to pursue it.
Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
During our breakup, she stole a checkbook and proceeded with check fraud.
You broke up in June of 07.
Correct.
And she stole your checkbook.
Correct.
And when did she write a check out?
She wrote a check out in February 7th of 07. Several checks.
Yes, and when did you find out about it?
Later that month, when
in
my bank
February.
account,
Why in the world would you think that I would entertain that 2 years later?
because knowing that she doesn't have any money, I wasn't going to pursue it. It was a lost cause.
Well, then you should have pursued it in a more timely fashion. The doctrine is called latches. You sort of waited too long, sir. What else? I'm going to put your listening ears on, too.
Other than a collection agency,
You got to love your child more than you hate each other.
I do.
Good. How often does your daughter see her mother?
2 hours, twice a week, monitored.
By whom?
I was not allowed to be the monitor.
Of course not.
And
I can understand
so
that.
her son and her daughter do the monitoring.
Do they come to your house or do they take the child to her house?
I drop the child off, and sometimes the grandmother drops the child off.
And she comes back. And that's
I
been
pick her
going
up.
on since when?
As of the beginning of this month, April.
Prior to April, where was the child living?
With me,
Okay, and prior to that, where was she living?
with the paternal grandparents,
With your parents?
with my parents.
Okay, fine. Very good. Listen, try to get along, because if you don't get along with him, you don't want to be relegated to 2 hours twice a week with your daughter.
That will change.
I doubt it.
Oh, it will.
Oh, I doubt it.
I don't.
No.
Never.
I doubt it.
No, they haven't heard everything.
I
They
doubt
didn't
it.
hear about this man.
I doubt it. Your case is dismissed. So's your counterclaim. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
He's a liar.
I'm very happy with the judgment.
I call my ex-boyfriend because he took an axe to everywhere in my house. The ceilings, the piano, my glass, everything.
We both were out there with axes and pitches destroying each other's cars and property.
When the police came, they took my daughter away because he made my home unsafe. Because there was glass everywhere. That's why I don't have her.
It was a scene when you get 9 cop cars out there trying to break us up, trying to decide who to take to jail. Got interesting.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Malburn versus Malburn, step forward, please.
Thomas Malburn is suing his son, Oscar Malburn, for the return of payments made on a motorcycle that Oscar repossessed. Oscar is countersuing for damages to the bike.
Mr. Malburn, this is your son.
Yes, ma'am.
According to your complaint, your son took back a motorcycle that he had previously sold to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And he sold to you, and the conditions of the sale were that you were taking over payments.
Yes, ma'am.
Because he could no longer make the payments on the motorcycle that he purchased. You wanted it. You said, I'll take it off your hands. I'll make the monthly payments. He held the title until the payments were made. You made the payments for how long, sir?
16 months.
And then your son came and took back the motorcycle.
Yes, ma'am.
You want the payments that you did, in fact, make on the motorcycle during that time. Your son says that you violated the agreement because you made your payments late, thereby potentially damaging his credit, and he had every right to take it back. He has a counterclaim that is nonsense. He wants to charge you for renting the motorcycle on a weekly or daily basis. That's dismissed out of hand because that was never your agreement. When did you buy this motorcycle?
August of 2007.
And how much was it?
It was $18,000.
What kind of work were you doing at the time?
I was doing construction, stair builder.
Is this the only vehicle you had?
No, I had a car.
When did you make this arrangement with your father to take over your payments?
In February or March of 2008.
Why?
Because I had lost my job.
When did you lose your job?
In February.
When was the last time you had made a motorcycle payment?
January or December.
You had missed a payment?
Yeah.
Well, if you missed a payment, then your credit was already down the tubes, right?
Somewhat.
Somewhat. But you had missed a whole month.
Yeah.
So when your father took over your payments, he made 2 payments to catch up, correct?
Yeah.
That would be a yes.
Yes.
And did he make the payments each month after that?
He made them each month after that, but he never made them on time.
When were they due?
They were doing the 17th of every month.
Did you make the payments on the 17th of each month?
No, I did not.
Because you're going to show me the payments that you made, right?
Yeah.
Let me see them. You have your checks?
No, I do not. I made it off all through the phone.
When did you take this bike back from your father?
In March.
How much had you paid for the bike?
I paid from August to December.
So you paid for 5 months?
Yeah.
And your father paid for 16 months?
Yeah.
Where's the bike?
In my garage.
You have to give it back to him.
No.
Oh, yeah, you do.
No.
Oh, yeah, you do. You have no defense because the only defense that you presented to me was that you took the bike back because your father made the payments late, thereby jeopardizing your credit. In order for you to be able to establish that he jeopardized your credit, you have to have some credit to jeopardize. You already damaged your credit in December 2008 when you missed a payment. And then, according to your own statement, you made your payments late. So what difference does it make if your father made the payments late or you made the payments late?
No, I made my payments on time.
Did you? Show me you made your payments on time. You can't. And you made a contract with your father. And the contract with your father was he was going to make the payments on your motorcycle, which he did for 16 months. And at the end of that period of time that took into consideration the entire loan, the title to the motorcycle would be given to him because that was your contract. He actually owned it. It was no different from you were acting as a car dealership. I'm holding the title till you make your payments. As soon as you finish your payments, I'm going to give you the title. That's what you did. You have a written contract with your father?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me see it.
Yeah,
Your Honor,
Can
I have the contract, but he doesn't.
I want to see the contract. Right. This says, to whom it may concern, I am selling my Harley Davidson to my father, Thomas. He will be making the payments on the motorcycle. However, the loan will remain in my name. I am releasing any and all claims of ownership to this motorcycle permanently. And you signed it. He gets the motorcycle back.
No.
Oh, yeah. Marshall's going to come and take it right from your house.
Your Honor.
What?
The motorcycle is in his name. The loan was taken out in his name. So
Yeah.
legally, the motorcycle is his.
Are you on his side? I'll dismiss
No,
your
Your
case.
Honor, I'm not,
You
but-
either have two choices. Either I dismiss your case or you go get the motorcycle. You have a valid contract.
No, I'm just looking for the
Sorry, you have a valid contract. Permanently released to you any claim of ownership of this motorcycle. This, in conjunction with an order from me, could be presented to a marshal, and you can go and get the motorcycle. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And there was also a verbal
And the contract
between
there
the two
can't
of
be
us.
listen to me. I want you to listen to what the law is. The verbal contract cannot be admitted if there is a written contract. You cannot modify a written contract with a verbal one. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Nothing in this piece of paper says that the loan has to be paid on the 17th of the month. It says that you permanently relinquish any claims to ownership of the motorcycle. That's what it says. That's what I'm holding you to. You signed it. We'll prepare the order. Thank you very much. Case is over.
What about the damages done to this bike?
He's
that were
taking the
never-
bike back, sir. He's taking the bike back.
This is ridiculous.
Parties are excused. You may step.
20-year-old Tyler Porter is suing his former landlords, Gina and Brian Vince Balkins, for the return of his band's musical equipment.
Order. All rise. Quiet, please. Ladies. Yeah, this is case number 5 on the calendar in the matter of Porter versus Balkins.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Gentlemen, have a seat.
Mr. Porter, you and some of your friends answered an ad in Craigslist for room,
Yes.
place to rent, and the defendants became your landlords. You have a band. You moved in with your friends and your band equipment. According to your complaint, you were supposed to pay them rent, and you didn't. You owe them $800. Is that right?
Yes.
Is there any reason why you didn't pay rent?
Well, we were all looking for jobs, and we couldn't find a job at the time. We were going every day looking for a job, and we couldn't find a job.
Well, how do you visit that on strangers? Call your parents, call your sister, call your brother. I don't care what you do. You had a contract to pay them rent.
We were there for a month, and we did pay him rent for 2 weeks.
Yeah?
And then the other 2 weeks, we just didn't have, we just ran out of money. We couldn't pay him rent for the $800.
So what did you do?
We left him our equipment for collateral for the $800.
What equipment did you leave them?
I got here a contract stating of all the list of the equipment that we held at their house.
Very easy. Let's see. Yeah.
And this here also comes with it too. This is like a receipt because our PA system is what we made a collateral of, and then that equipment is what we had storage in their house also.
Oh, that's not what this says at all. It says you're leaving the following equipment with them as collateral for unpaid rent, and it lists all this equipment. All of it.
Yeah.
Not some of it, it lists all of it. And you didn't pay the rent.
Yeah.
And you still didn't pay the rent.
Right.
And
That's why we made this receipt, so that we could distinguish what was going to be collateral out.
No. This is your contract. Is that receipt signed by everybody?
It's signed by...
Sorry. Is that receipt signed by everybody?
It's signed by them.
Is it signed by everybody?
No.
Then it can't modify this contract. This contract gives them all this equipment, everything, until your rent is paid. And you never paid your rent. So how could you sue them for equipment?
When I came back.
Yeah.
I came back because we all left to Utah. Go back to Utah.
When?
When we couldn't pay rent. It was
What
in
month and year?
In October.
October of 08.
08.
You went back to Utah. You left them all this junk in their house.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I had to come back in November because I had a few things that I had to take care of, and they told me I could live with them for a little bit, try to find a job for me, live with them. And in January, she rented our PA system out.
Just a minute. So you lived with them November, December?
December, yeah.
If you speak again, I'm putting you out. Do you understand?
Sorry.
You wanted to be the plaintiff, you could have stood up there.
Sorry.
Hair out of your eyes so I could see you, please. So these nice people let you stay there November and December. How much rent did they charge you?
They didn't charge me any rent.
Well, sound like nice people to me. Let me hear what the rest of your problem is.
In January, they rented our PA system out for without my permission.
Who cares?
Our permission.
You didn't pay your rent. The equipment was theirs. Go ahead.
Okay, so the next day they kicked me out of the house, and
they kicked you out. Why? Did you open a fresh mouth to them?
No, because we rented our PA system out, and we didn't really agree to it. So I think that's why they kicked me out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
So far, you see, I'm not too sympathetic with you. You want to live in a grown-up world, you got to be a grown-up.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So the next day, I called a few friends, to help me out. Cameron was there.
To help you out? How?
To get the equipment out.
You didn't have the $800?
No, but like I said, what we understood was the PA was the only thing that was collateral.
Can you read?
Yes,
Take the hair out of your eyes so you can read.
Yes, I could read.
You want to read what that says?
I could read.
Now, I understand you went back with police.
Yes, I did.
What happened when you went back with the police?
Well, when I was getting my stuff out, Vince was yelling at me and cussing at me, and he was pushing me down the stairs. He spit in my face, punched me in the shoulder, and then the cops came, and I told him all about it, and that's when I guess Vince was hiding in the house.
Yeah.
Was hiding in the house, or Gina was at work when the cops showed up, so nobody was there at the house when the cops showed up.
Nobody was there, so what did you do?
Well, me and the cop were just talking about what just happened and everything, and then Gina showed up moments later, and then she talked with the cop, whatever, saying that I could get my equipment out, but she didn't have a key to the house. She told me to come back around 4:30, and I would be able to get the equipment out of the house. And so I came back at 4:30 with the cop, and she was there outside of her house claiming that she still didn't have a key to the house. So, there wasn't much I could do. So I went back home where I was staying with a friend, and the next day, Gina called me up, cussing at me and everything. And that's when she told me that all our equipment is going to go to the recycling plant, to get money or whatever. So I called the cops again, and the same cop showed up again the next day when I came out. And still again, nobody was home and knocked at the door.
You got your equipment.
No, I didn't. The only equipment I do have is my drum set, and I'm still missing a few parts of the drum set. And I do have a witness, a special witness, that will verify that.
Fine. Call him.
Is it Jocelyn?
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn? Yep.
Swear the witness, please.
Sir, would you raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth in all matters concerning this case?
I do.
State your name, badge, and...
Rob Jocelyn, Deputy Sheriff in Southern California.
I understand that you were part of this proceeding where this young man was trying to regain possession of some band equipment.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Did anybody ever show this to you?
No, it's probably the one they were referring to.
Who was referring to it?
She did, along with...
Mr. Porter?
Yes.
So you understand that this says that until he pays $800 that he owes them for rent, this was being held as collateral.
That's correct. And I advised him that because of that, I was basically there to keep the peace, because there was nothing I could do to help him retrieve his property.
Good. And what did he do?
He wasn't totally pleased with my answer, but he was understanding because of my explanation.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Tyler Porter says his ex-landlords, Gina and Vince Balkins, owe for the return of his band's musical equipment. The defendants are countersuing for unpaid rent.
Well, tell me, officer, what did the defendant tell you?
That she didn't have a key, that the only key to the house was with her husband wherever he was working, and she wasn't able to get a hold of him. So getting in the house at that time was out of the question.
And did you subsequently go back and gain entry into the house?
Did not get entry into the house, but I did go back a second time.
For what?
When I was advised that the drums were made available to Mr. Porter in an unlocked vehicle in the driveway.
Who advised you that?
Mr. Porter did.
What did he tell you?
That she had told him that his drums were going to be in this vehicle and he could come by and get them.
What were his drums doing in a vehicle?
I had my husband put all the stuff that was left in the room in the van.
What stuff?
I'm not sure everything of what it is.
What was put in there? Do you know, sir?
Yes, he has a fairly large drum set, and that was put in the van, along with a couple of their practice amps that were there.
Your Honor, there was no practice amps. There's no amps. All there was my drum set, and there are some pieces of my drum set that are missing, and that was not in the van.
So?
Exactly.
I asked you, so? You saw him get his drum set?
Yes, and I do remember him saying that a few pieces were missing, but there were no amps the day that I was there when he retrieved his drums.
I was home.
Where's their $800?
Well, our stuff was all gone. I don't want to pay me $100, and then.
How do I know that? Your stuff's been in their house now 6 months, occupying a room. 6 months. I mean, you think that everybody is your mother? That everybody cleans up after you?
No.
Well, who are these strangers going to clean up after you? According to you, you left all this crap in their house for 6 months. And you moved back with them. They let you come and live with them for 2 months rent-free. They don't even know who you are. They don't know you. And you still didn't pay them. And you call the police because you say, I want my stuff back. And you have a contract with them that says you don't get your stuff back until you pay them. What don't you get?
I just don't get how $800 could be a collateral of $5,000. I know it says that, but here in the receipt, where we made a receipt, it says just the PA system, which is worth $1,225.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're prepared to lose that, right?
I would be willing to lose that if I could get my other stuff, yes.
Yes.
The other stuff's not his. It wasn't his to take in the first place. The only thing that, as it states on that piece of paper that we have here that was his, was the drum set.
But what did you do with all this room full of stuff?
Got rid of it after about the fifth month.
Listen, that's what I'm trying to get, Mr. Balkins.
Right.
What did you do with the rest of this stuff?
The rest of the stuff in that room I put in the van, ma'am.
No. This is the drum set. There's lots of other stuff here. You said you got rid of it. How did you get rid of it?
Oh, sold it.
Well,
He did
why didn't
sell
you
all
say
of
that?
it.
Shh. Why didn't you say that to begin with, sir?
No one asked
You
me.
didn't put this. No one asked you? You have an answer here. There's nowhere in this answer that you say that you sold the stuff.
Just did.
Now you're playing with me. Now you're playing with me. Didn't you
No,
think
ma'am.
I was going to get to that question?
No, ma'am.
First you said, no, let me tell you what you said. Let me tell you what, I don't know who signed this answer. Maybe it was your wife that signed the answer. I'm saying, I'm speaking. Listen, I'm an ecumenical abuser. This is the answer. You both signed this answer.
Right.
He took everything but a piece of carpet he claims is worth $5,000.
Right.
We do not have any of the boys' band equipment because Tyler took everything. You point to one place in this answer where you say you sold any of the equipment. Just point to a place. Don't speak. Point.
Right here.
I'd like to give her this paper. We sold this.
I want to see where he's pointing, Bird.
The carpet.
Now you're playing with me.
No.
Now you're in trouble. Now you don't get your $800 because now you're a big fat liar.
No.
Now you're a big fat liar.
No.
And I don't condone what they did, but they're stupid idiot teenagers.
No.
And you're just a stupid idiot, but dishonest.
No.
But dishonest. Because if there was anywhere in here that said, look, we held on to their equipment for 6 months, then I sold it. I sold 6 pieces of equipment, made up my rent, and then some, but he got his drums back. That's an answer.
Okay.
But here you say he took everything but a piece of carpet. But that's a lie. He couldn't take everything but a piece of carpet because you sold some of his stuff. What did you sell and where and to whom? I go further than just the... What did you sell, where, and to whom?
2 amplifiers I sold.
Yeah. To whom?
Pawn shop.
How much did you get for it?
$300.
I want receipts for your equipment. This is a receipt. This is Guitar Center. This you get off the internet. That I don't want. I want receipts for your equipment.
Some of the equipment we buy at like pawn shops, so we can't get receipts from them. That's just showing how much it's worth.
Yeah, I'm not giving you how much it's worth. I'm giving you what you paid for it.
I don't have the receipts where we buy at pawn shops.
How much did you pay for it?
Altogether? For all the equipment? I'm guessing, $4,500, 46.
Try 2. Now, you got your $800 back. You probably sold more equipment than you had to tell me because you didn't tell me you sold any. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,000. Thank you. And thank you, officer, for coming.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
They were having hard times, and we thought, give them a shot.
Well, yeah, they were nice people. They were trying to help me out and everything.
It was good to help them. That's why we did it.
But, most of what they were saying were lies.
I came home, and he was taking stuff out of the house.
They did yell at me. They did spit in my face.
I shut the door, moved him out of the way, shut the door.
It was just a big mess.
Said, you can't be taking stuff out of the house, not yours.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Gasper versus Hall Gonzalez. Step forward, please.
Richard Gasper is suing Ryan Scott Hall and his girlfriend, 23-year-old Tiara Gonzalez, for the return of money he paid for a Toyota Camry. Scott says he sold the car as is.
Mr. Gasper, how old are you, sir?
51.
You want your money back for a 20-year-old car that you purchased from the defendants?
Yes, ma'am.
I asked you how old you were because I assumed that you've owned many cars in your life.
Yes.
Where did you see this car advertised?
On Craigslist.
And you sent the defendants the full amount of the sale price of the car before you saw the car?
Yes, ma'am.
And how much did you send them?
$1,500.
And anyway, you want your money back?
Correct.
I want to see the ad that was placed on Craigslist.
Your Honor, we don't have the ad. We did petition Craigslist for the ad, but they said they could not give it to us without a subpoena.
Don't tell me what they said. Do you have the ad?
No, I don't.
Do you?
No.
Okay. This car was not an antique. It was just a 20-year-old car.
Correct.
Did it indicate how many miles were on the car
I believe.
in the ad?
Yes, it did.
How many miles were on the car?
101,000.
And you paid $1,500 for the
Yes.
car? Okay. How far away from the defendants do you live?
About a 4-hour drive.
Could you explain to me why you think that even if you didn't like the condition of the car when you got there, you think you're entitled to the return of your money?
Well, other than the condition, Your Honor, which was not as described.
I don't know how it was described, sir.
Okay.
I don't know how it was described, other than it's a 20-year-old car. It did
Correct.
say that.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
And
we got down there to get the car, to pick it up, and Mr. Hall could not meet us. He said he was busy.
But you took the car.
Right. The car.
Who has the car now?
He still has the car.
You have the car.
No, ma'am.
Where is the car?
It was actually donated.
Show me.
Show you.
Show me that you donated it. You get a receipt when you donate a car.
I didn't actually do the donation. Actually, I gave the car to my brother. My brother donated it because we had to have the car removed from the property that it was at.
Show me. You know, I don't like when people are dishonest. I don't like dishonest people. Well, you, Mr. Hall, are playing it so dishonest that I don't trust anything that you say to me, sir. And if you took back possession of the car and either sold it or kept it, you got to give him his money back. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,500. Get him out of here.
Excuse me.
Richard Graves and his wife Catherine Boland are suing Richard's son, 26-year-old Timothy Graves, for attorney fees, as well as anger management and AA classes.
Order. All rise. Now, this is case number 561 on the calendar in the matter of Graves, Boland versus
Thank
Graves. You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated.
Mr. Graves, this is your son.
Correct.
And you are?
His stepmother.
How long have the two of you been married?
6 years.
What kind of work do you do, Mr. Graves?
I'm a facility manager.
And you?
I'm a human resources manager.
Who else lives in your home with you?
No one else.
And how old are you, Mr. Graves?
26.
You got yourself into trouble. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Your father says that he paid for attorneys for you on 2 separate occasions. One because you got yourself into trouble, and the next time because you wanted to see your son. You have a son.
I have a daughter.
A daughter. And there was a problem with visitation. So your father and stepmother helped you get a lawyer. He wants that money back. And he says he paid for anger management classes, which were a condition of your probation, even though that was a minor amount of money. I think you just threw it in. It was something like $65. You've probably spent more on him at dinner.
True. Very true.
Right. Okay. Mr. Graves, why don't you tell me about the first instance where you retained an attorney for your son?
Timothy was arrested on a violation of a restraining order and tried twice to gain a release.
When was that, Mr. Graves?
April, I think, or March, somewhere around there.
It was March 19th, and he was trying to get bail and was denied bail once. And
Denied any bail?
Denied bail.
Is this the first time you've been arrested for domestic violence?
Yes.
Was it a bad case of domestic violence?
No, ma'am.
And they would not set bail for you?
No, they wouldn't. Long story, no, they wouldn't.
Well, give me the cliff notes of the long story.
The judge I was going in front of wouldn't release anybody on a violation of a protective order charge because he had released somebody on a violation of a protective order charge, and they went back to their wife or something like that.
And killed him?
Yes, ma'am.
You only burned him once.
That's all you had to do.
So you were released when, was it your girlfriend?
Yes.
Filed for a protective order, but then when she alleged that you violated the protective order, he said, okay. What was the nature of the alleged violation, Mr. Graves?
Me and her got into an argument over the phone.
Over the phone?
Over the phone.
She alleged that you threatened her over the phone in
Yes.
violation of the order. What'd you call her for? Oh, it's not an answer.
I was over at my friend's house, and we were just talking, and I just found something out, and I didn't like it, so I called her and confronted her about it. She really didn't like that.
Well, because it's a violation of the protective order.
Yes.
Right. That's why the judge didn't let you out. So you tried twice to get bail, and you were twice denied bail. Then what happened? Look at me.
My father basically took it upon himself to get me out.
You didn't have a discussion with him?
I talked to him several times while I was in jail, and
Did you at any time say to him, do something, help me?
I had said help me, but he once again told me to go forth with the public defender, and it just wasn't working.
And so you didn't have a subsequent conversation with him?
About
Did
getting
he?
me out.
Yes. The public defender tried for the second time to gain bail and was denied. And at that point, I imagine it looked hopeless in his opinion, and literally begged me, calling from jail, to please hire an attorney to get me out of here. I need to get out of here. Please do whatever you have to do to get me out of here.
And
I made that understanding very clear at the time. My wife was on the extension that if I do this, this will just be a loan. I'm not giving you this money. Pretty much if it was up to me, I would let you stay in jail to learn the lesson. So that was the condition.
Is that what you said to him?
Yes.
And what did he say to you?
Anything you can do to get me out.
When your father retained the attorney for you, Mr. Graves, was the attorney successful in securing bail for you?
Yes, ma'am.
How much?
Not sure of the amount. I don't know the
Who
amount.
posted it?
I guess my father did.
There was no bail. It was a habeas corpus trial, and he was released.
So that despite the fact that the judge said, I'm not setting bail for you, the judge is required to set reasonable bail in order to secure your appearance. So the judge got his wrist slapped, right?
Yes.
Whatever happened with that case, Mr. Graves?
It was went through with court and everything, and I got put on probation, and it was dropped. I think I actually got time served.
Listen, if it goes through court and everything and you were put on probation, then it's not dropped. If you put on probation, it's because you were convicted. Either you were convicted after a plea or you were convicted after a trial. Did you take a plea?
No, the second degree assault, the first charge, why I got put on a restraining order, that I got put on probation for. The violation of protective order, I got time served. That's done and over with.
So you assaulted your girlfriend.
In the sense, yes.
How many senses of assault are there?
There's a wide range.
Well, give me your range.
A cell phone hit the ground and it bounces up and hit her.
Is that what she says happened or what you said happened?
That's exactly what happened.
Listen to me. Is that what she claimed?
Yes.
And how injured was she?
Not really, any. Scratch on the head. Our daughter was in her room. That was the main problem.
How old is her daughter?
Our daughter's 18 months now.
So you threw a cell phone at her, you hit her in the head, and she got a gash, and your 18-month-old daughter was in the room.
Sleeping, yes.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
And then you heard something else that you didn't like, so you called and threatened her.
Yes.
And then she said to you, you're not getting visitation with this child because you have a bad temper.
No.
Well, an attorney was necessary in order to secure you visitation with your daughter, is that right?
Yes.
If your girlfriend wasn't complaining about your conduct, there wouldn't have been need for an attorney. You could have arranged for visitation without the necessity of having an attorney.
That's what we had.
That's what you had what?
That's what me and her had. Even after I got released, I had my daughter every weekend.
And then what happened?
We just had a falling out, and it got to where it needed to go, where I had to go to court.
Do you have visitation now, Mr. Graves?
Yes, ma'am.
When?
I have her every single day during the week and every other weekend.
Is that because you work nights?
Yes, ma'am.
And child's mother works days?
Yep.
And that's by court order?
Yeah.
And that was secured for you through the attorney that your father paid for?
This is, well, yes, but me and my ex came to an agreement outside of court.
It was secured by virtue of an attorney
Yes.
that your father got for you?
Yes.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Richard Graves says his son, Timothy Graves, owes for attorney fees from 2 separate arrests.
Okay. How did it come about that your father got you that attorney?
Because he saw that it was,
Don't tell me what he saw. There had to be a conversation.
we talked about it,
Well, that's what I'm asking you. What was the conversation?
that I had to do whatever I had to do to get my daughter.
Well, what was it that you had to do, Mr. Graves?
I had to go through court.
Right. And?
I had to hire a lawyer.
And?
And he knew that I didn't have the money
Don't
to pay
tell
for
me
a lawyer.
what he knew.
I didn't have the money to pay for a lawyer.
So what did you say to him?
I need your help.
And what did he say to you?
Okay.
Now, Mr. Graves, first tell me when this was that you advanced money for the second lawyer.
This was on June 8th.
Had he paid you back any of the money that he owed you for the first lawyer?
Partially, yes.
He did?
Yes.
How much did he pay you?
$315.
What did you pay him the $315 for, Mr. Graves?
I never had any recollection that I paid him the $315.
Well, tell me what you claim he said to you with regard to paying you back for the second lawyer.
We actually found that lawyer as a reference from the first lawyer that was hired. Timothy and I went to his office, sat down, gave him an overview of the case. And I asked Timothy, is this the person you want to hire? And he said, yes. I said, you realize that this is just going to add to what you owe me.
How much was the second lawyer, sir?
All told, $3,000.
What do you mean all told?
There was an initial $2,000 retainer that I put down in June, and then later on there was another $1,000 they requested.
And how much does he still owe you from the first lawyer?
$300.
So he owes you $3,300.
Correct.
Not $3,360.
The 60 was for the anger management.
class.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I paid for the anger management classes out of my own pocket.
I'm asking you about the lawyers.
He knew my financial situation. He knew I didn't have any money to pay for any lawyers whatsoever. But it kind of came up as it's their granddaughter too. If I don't get to see her, they don't get to see her. I figure that's why they were helping me.
Are you working now, Mr. Graves?
Yes, ma'am.
Did your father throw a telephone at your girlfriend in front of your daughter?
No.
Did your father pick up the phone when he wasn't supposed to make contact with your girlfriend and threaten her?
No.
Was it because of your father's conduct that you were denied any kind of visitation with your daughter?
No.
Whose fault was it?
It's all mine.
Just for the plaintiff for the amount of $3,300. Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I think it was a little unfair.
It's exactly what we were looking for Judge Judy to let him know this is what you need to do in life.
It's all settled. I want to get our relationship on and continue on and move on.
I'm hoping we can put this behind us, move on.
We can be a father and son.
Don't lend money to any member of your family that you're not willing to lose.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter, Turner versus Cisneros, Vu, Mesa. Step forward.
19-year-old Damel Turner is suing his former roommates, Chris Cisneros, Sarah Vu, and Mackenzie Mesa for breaking their apartment lease.
Mr. Turner, which one of these young ladies was your girlfriend?
The one on the far left.
That would be you. You are Miss Mesa?
Yes.
According to your complaint, you and your girlfriend and the co-defendant and his girlfriend, also co-defendants, you all decided to set up housekeeping together and lease an apartment.
Yes, ma'am.
You moved in with your girlfriend, he moved in with his girlfriend, and you all signed the lease.
Yes, ma'am.
And then very slowly, one by one, they all took off.
Yes, ma'am.
Did that give you any cause to pause, Mr. Turner, that there might be something wrong with you? Is not an answer.
No, ma'am.
There was never any indication that something was wrong with your behavior.
No, ma'am.
Seems odd, doesn't it, that they all moved out and left you there alone?
Yes, ma'am.
In any event, your lawsuit wants them to be responsible for the rent for the remainder of the lease and for when they left. And they say it was because of your conduct that they all left, that there were problems in the apartment precipitated by your behavior. And they're counterclaiming because they say that there is some property that was in the apartment and they want moving expenses, which you're not going to get. Be lucky if you don't get hit with rent. Don't be stupid about your moving expenses. When did you sign the lease, Mr. Turner?
June 21st of 2008.
Was it a year's lease?
Yes, ma'am.
How long had you and Miss Mesa been dating?
A year and a half now.
Had you lived together previously?
No.
Were you working?
Yes.
Had you been friends with them as a couple, or were you friendly with one of them?
I knew Damel from work.
What work?
We work at a Round Table pizza place.
When did you move out?
I moved out in, the 1st of January this year.
Where did you go?
I moved in with my father at his place.
And when did you move out, Miss Vu?
The second to last week of November.
Why did you move out?
Chris and I broke up a few days before our 4-year anniversary.
Now, when you moved out, who paid November's rent, your share of November's rent?
I had already paid my share of November's rent, and because I was moving out on such short notice, I gave Chris my share of December's rent in cash.
Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
So you fully paid for December?
Yes.
When did you move out?
I moved out at the end of November.
Why?
I moved out because I felt that...
Look at me, don't look over there.
I felt that it was not a good environment for me to be in at the time, and...
Like what?
Well, my schoolwork was going down, I was depressed. My family was asking me to come home, and I felt that that would be a better environment for me.
I don't hear anybody talking about his bad behavior. You had a lot to say in your answer.
Well, one night, especially like where I felt like it was like definitely a sign that it wasn't a good place to be at anymore, was a week before Chris and I broke up. We were all like hanging out at our apartment, and we had friends over, and it was probably really late, like really early in the morning, around 2. We were hungry, and so we decided all to go get something
Could
to
we get to it, please?
And
I have places to go.
Mackenzie wanted to come with us, and Damel decided not to let her, but and she went anyways, and so he was really angry. When we got back with the food, we were all sitting on the couch eating, and Mackenzie was sitting on the edge of the armchair, and Damel came out and was like lecturing her, and she rolled her eyes, and so he walked up to her, grabbed her by the neck, and threw her down onto the ground from the armchair of the couch.
That was in November?
Mm-hmm.
Did that happen, Miss Mesa?
Yeah, to an extent that happened. We did have our fights where they would escalate sometimes.
I can understand fights escalating. I don't understand physical violence during an argument. Did you do that, Mr. Turner?
No, what happened was...
Listen, I don't want to go through the food and the couch again. Did you put your hands on her?
Yes, I shoved her.
Well, you can't do that.
I know. What happened is
How much after that did she leave?
that actually happened in October, and she left at the end of November. It was because we were having a party, and like we all had like a couple of drinks, and
I don't care why.
Okay. What happened was that I came and yelled at Mackenzie's like, "Why'd you leave? We're supposed to..."
I don't care.
Okay.
You can't put your hands on anybody. Was that the first time he ever put his hands on you?
No.
Was it the last time he put his hands on you?
Yes.
All right. So far, the two of you are responsible for rent, because you can't just leave. Being unhappy with your environment is not a reason for you to break a lease. Breaking up with your boyfriend is not a reason for you to break your lease. Now, you left in January.
Mm-hmm.
Did you pay January's rent?
I did not pay January's rent.
And you left when?
I left it, I would say the 1st of January.
What kind of discussion did you have with Mr. Turner about the rent on the apartment?
The beginning of December, I told him that I wasn't going to be able to pay January, and that I was going to go and tell the office that it was, time for me to leave. I was going to put in my notice. Damel asked me if I could give him the notice and wait till he got a roommate, and then put in my notice at the beginning of January.
Did you have that discussion with him?
No, ma'am. He told me he was going to move to Australia with his brother, that he was going to keep paying rent until he decides on what he was doing.
Well, that was back in December. That's what he's saying. And he said that you had that discussion.
Yeah, this is December, but it's getting close to January, and he's told me that he's going to still keep paying rent until he figure out what he was going to do. He never, ever gave me any, formal or told me exactly when he was going to leave or ever went to the office to let them know either. So I can never actually get a roommate because they're all still on the lease, and the apartment won't let me put a new person on the lease until they're all off the lease.
Did you take your names off the lease?
I had signed the paper to get my name off of the lease, but I don't think it ever went through because I needed signatures from everyone else as well.
What about you?
At this point, when I went to go try and get...
The answer is either yes or no.
Yeah, but Damel's the only one who can sign us off.
Did you get your name off the lease?
No.
What about you?
Nope, still there.
Fine. So they owe January and February so far. How much is your share of the rent?
$283,725.
And how much were you paying in rent?
$286.
And you?
$286.75.
You each owe him $858. January, February, and I'm throwing in March. Yours is less. $849. By the end of March, sir, if you don't have roommates, I suggest you do something else. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, moving expenses on your counterclaim is out. You moved, so who cares if you move? Only he cares if you move. What property do you have there?
A queen-size mattress, a CD cabinet, a shelf, and a stereo.
Is it still there?
Yes, ma'am.
When do you want to get it out?
ASAP.
Fine, within 5 days?
Yes, that's fine with me.
Anything else?
I had a rice cooker.
Why didn't you take it with you in November?
Because...
It's not an answer.
All our things were still mixed up together, and I couldn't find it at that time. And when I went back to get it later, Damel had already changed the locks on the apartment.
When you pick up the rest of your stuff, pick up her rice maker. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step.
Rose John is suing her son-in-law's daughter, Elizabeth Chavez, for the cost of 2 airplane tickets to Pittsburgh.
All rise. Yeah, it's case number 464 on the calendar in the matter of Joy versus Chavez.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Parties have been sworn in, Your Honor. You may be seated. Would you folks have a seat, please?
Miss Joy, the defendant is sort of related to you by marriage.
Yes.
You have a daughter.
Yes, ma'am.
Is she here today?
No, her husband is.
Your daughter is married then to this gentleman.
Yes, ma'am.
This is his daughter.
Correct.
And it is your claim that this young lady owes you for 2 plane tickets that you purchased. One for her, which enabled her to go and pick up her granddaughter who was not thriving, an infant that was not thriving. And then another plane ticket for her son, who somehow got to be living with you when no one else could control him. And then he was sent home.
Correct.
Ms. Chavez acknowledges that you bought the plane tickets and you paid for these 2 plane tickets. Her defense is she never asked you to do that. And there was no agreement that she would pay you back for those plane tickets. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's first talk, Ms. Chavez, then. Since you acknowledge that the plaintiff purchased a plane ticket, let's talk about plane ticket for your son. Your son isn't here?
No, ma'am.
How old is he?
He was 16 at the time.
So a minor?
Yes.
Explain to me how your son came to be living with the plaintiff.
That is a long story. He was supposed to end up...
Listen to me.
Okay.
I don't have time for a long story. If you have a 16-year-old child that's not living with you, there's a reason.
Yes.
Usual reason is I can't control him. That is the short version, we used to say the Cliff Notes version of why he was living outside of your home. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So you couldn't control him. Where did you send him?
To my father.
You sent him to your father, this gentleman.
Yes, ma'am.
You couldn't control him.
No, ma'am.
So you sent him to your mother-in-law. That's the bottom line, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Terrific. And he somehow ended up with you because you say, I know how to take care of 16-year-old boys. So far, generally correct?
Yes, ma'am.
How long did he live with you?
From the middle of June till the 3rd week in August.
And Ms. Chavez, did you in fact speak to the plaintiff during the time that your son was living with her?
No, I've never had a conversation with this woman.
Never?
Never.
During any of that 2-month period, you never spoke to her?
I spoke with my father because apparently him and his wife were living with her also.
Was living with her what?
Living with her also.
Also?
Yeah.
You weren't living with her, were you?
At the time I was, ma'am.
During the summer?
Just towards the end we were, but at first we were, because our house had been fixed.
Were your son and his wife living with you when this young man came to your house?
I'm not sure. They were in and out part of the time. Their house was being remodeled, so it was back and forth.
Okay, so he was living with you in part because his grandfather was living with you?
Part of the time, yes.
Fine. So you never spoke to her?
Never.
Do you have any records that she ever spoke to you during this time?
She never spoke to me during that time.
When did you send him home?
The end of August.
When did you speak to his mother?
I have never spoken to his mother.
Then explain to me the contract you had with her with regard to sending him home by plane. That's the plane ticket you're talking about.
For him, yes. I was working in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and I got a phone call from Tex and his wife stating that...
Don't tell me what the conversation was. I want to know what agreement you had with her with regard to paying for this airplane ticket.
I never spoke to her. I had no agreement with her, but they did.
Well, if you had no agreement with her, Miss John, and they had an agreement with her, get the money from them. I can't litigate a case where you had no verbal contract with the defendant. Do you understand?
I understand that. James had robbed my home.
James was bad. Let's say James was bad. This is a court, and what we're dealing with is a verbal contract. Since you didn't have a written contract, you had a verbal contract. The defendant would be responsible for necessaries for the child. An airplane ticket does not come under the category of necessaries. So you would have to demonstrate to me that there was a verbal contract between you and the defendant. And from what you're telling me, you never spoke to her.
Never.
So there can't be a verbal contract. So that part of your claim with regard to that ticket is dismissed. If you have a contract with your son-in-law, deal with that. But you don't have a verbal contract with her. All right, let's get to the other airplane ticket that you purchased. Let me try to put this in context. She has a daughter. Her daughter has a baby. Where's the daughter? That would be you. How old are you?
I'm 21.
Your daughter, for some reason, was either unable or willing, or a combination thereof, from taking care of her infant who was not thriving. Miss John, look at me. Explain to me this airline ticket that allowed her to go and pick up her daughter, because that's the other lawsuit.
Yes, it is.
Go ahead.
Melissa agreed.
Melissa, raise Melissa's hand. Melissa.
She's the mother of Angel, the baby. She agreed at that point in time that she wasn't quite able to handle work, the baby, and everything, and we all agreed to that.
Who's all?
Melissa, my son-in-law, my daughter, and everybody.
Well, that's what I want to know, who the everybody is. Your daughter, your son-in-law, and Melissa agreed that Melissa could not take care of this baby for whatever reason.
Right.
Go ahead.
I was asked again to provide the money because she did not have money to come up and get the baby, and the baby, for its own safety, protection, whatever you want to call it, needed to go elsewhere for a period of time till Melissa got on her feet and things like that. We were going to arrange parenting classes, things like that for her. I was assured by Melissa that if Melissa could not pay me back...
Melissa, raise your hand. You spoke to Melissa?
Yes, I did.
Who was then how old? Over 18?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes. That if she couldn't pay it, that her mother would make arrangements to pay me back. And that's what the agreement was.
That's the agreement with Melissa. Miss John, that's the agreement with Melissa. When did you speak to her mother?
I have never spoken to her mother, ever.
Miss John, I'm going to again try to give you a 30-second legal lesson.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Rose John is suing her son-in-law's daughter, Elizabeth Chavez, for the cost of 2 airplane tickets to Pittsburgh.
Okay. Now, the defendant owes nothing financially to her emancipated daughter, and certainly nothing legally to her emancipated daughter's child. So there's no necessary involved, like food and clothing and shelter. The only way you can sue somebody on a contract is if you have a contract with them. Sometimes the law will allow ratification even if there was no direct contract for some reason, like if you bail somebody out of jail at the request of a third party, the person gets out of jail and says to you, I will start paying you back. I realize this was a loan. I will start paying you back next month. And you say, fine, a contract is therefore be created. But if you never spoke to her, you couldn't have a contract with her. It was impossible for you to have a contract with her. You may have had a contract with Melissa, but Melissa cannot obligate her mother to do anything. Melissa can't say to you, well, I'll pay you back, and if I can't pay you back, my mother will pay you back.
Yeah.
She can't do that. She cannot do that. And you can't tell me what she knows.
Okay, when she came to Pittsburgh, I was not in town. She even stayed at my home, so she was well aware.
You can't tell me what... Listen, this is a court. You're suing on a contract. There was no contract with the defendant. There was a contract with Melissa. Melissa should pay for the airline ticket. Right, Melissa?
Yes, ma'am.
Of course. Not her mother. All right, so that part of the lawsuit is dismissed. You have a second lawsuit here because you're suing Melissa?
Yes.
Your lawsuit against this defendant is dismissed. Change seats.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, this is case number 465 on the calendar in the matter of Joy versus Martin. Parties are reminded that they're still sworn in.
All right, now this is your lawsuit against Melissa. Melissa's trying to get her act together. By the way, Miss John, sounds to me as if your daughter, who's not here today, is that right?
That's correct.
Bought into a family that had a whole bunch of problems. Now, I don't know if your daughter has a whole bunch of problems, but certainly the family she married into has a whole bunch of problems. His problems. You have taken them on yourself for some reason. I don't know. Maybe your daughter's got worse problems than he has. Where does your daughter live? With you?
No.
Who does she live with?
My daughter, with him.
Maybe that it's enough of a blessing for you so that you're willing to extend yourself. That's possible. But I have to tell you something. He's got a lot of baggage. Better be something about him that's spectacular to have all this baggage. In any event, Melissa is his granddaughter, and it is your claim that when she's trying to get her act together, you loaned her money to buy a trailer.
Yes, ma'am.
For her to live in, start working. The trailer needed a whole bunch of repairs.
Correct.
You also spent money to have it repaired, well over $1,000, that she agreed to pay you back, that she may have made a couple of payments, small payments, but then she moved out of the trailer without paying you back. That's the money you want. Now maybe you have the right defendant. Miss Martin has a defense.
Yes.
And her defense is that while she acknowledges you made this loan to her to fix up the trailer and to pay you back a certain amount each month, that at some point you moved your son into the trailer to live with her.
Yes.
The son was a problem.
Very much so.
He's still living in the trailer.
Yes.
Let him pay back that money. That's your defense. Where is your son?
He lives part-time at the trailer because the trailer had had all of the copper plumbing and that stolen from it. So without any knowledge of what night he will be there and what night he won't be.
Just a second. So he does live part-time in the trailer. And when did you move into the trailer, Miss Martin?
I believe I moved in around June. No, it was in August because my grandfather was selling his house. And that's when I needed a trailer.
So you moved in, let's say, she says July 13th is when it was. Let's say August 1st, 2008, that you moved in. When did you move out?
In the beginning of November.
When you moved into the trailer on August 1st, who did you move in with?
It was just myself.
Were you there the entire month of August by yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
So far, is that correct?
Yes.
When did Miss John's son move into the trailer?
It had to be the month after.
In September?
Yes, ma'am.
When did your son start living in the trailer, Miss John?
I don't know for sure. I don't know. It was agreed that he would pay half of the lot rent, half of the utilities. Everything was being paid there.
What about half the loan to fix it up?
He was doing all of the work for fixing up in lieu of paying for the materials. Melissa's agreement was that she would buy all of the materials and all labor would be free, except for the plumber. None of us can do plumbing.
Had you ever met her son before?
Yes, I did.
How long did you know him?
When I first got in there, it was around May. I met him probably a week after that I first got there. So I've known him the entire time. My grandfather's house. That's where I stayed before.
And how old is he?
He's 45, 46.
Is he a single man, Miss John?
Yes.
What does he do for a living?
He works in a restaurant.
How many times has he been in rehab?
He's never been in rehab.
Does he need it?
Yes.
Drugs or alcohol or both?
Alcohol.
Who do you live with?
Myself. My husband's deceased.
So he clearly couldn't live with you?
No.
Because of his alcohol problem?
Because I really didn't want anybody living with me. Not because of that. I just needed time to live by myself.
Right. And you were how old? 20?
I'm 21, Your Honor.
When were you 21?
I turned 21 May 31st of last year.
So she just turned 21. She's a troubled young lady herself. Were you working at the time?
I actually got a job at Rite Aid a couple weeks after I moved in. I was trying to get on my feet.
Okay. So you were working at Rite Aid?
Yes, ma'am.
That's how you were making some of these lot payments?
Yes.
Which you did in fact make. Was Miss John's son working at the time he moved in with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Where?
He works in a cafeteria restaurant.
How often would he come home drunk?
Almost every day.
Did you ever tell that to Miss John?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
When?
I told her quite a few times. I don't exactly remember what day. I asked her for help. I told her I cannot do this.
You could not?
I cannot handle that.
What did she say?
And she said that she would try to get help for him and that she would talk to him. She did, in fact, talk to him at the trailer, which only made him worse.
You moved out?
Yes, ma'am. And I told everybody that I was moving out before I did.
Who did you tell?
I told my grandfather, grandmother, and I told Rose. I told her I could not handle it no more.
Other than living in the trailer, Miss John, where else does he live?
Did who live?
Your son, other than living in the trailer.
With him, with Tex, my son-in-law.
Your son is living in this trailer that you purchased. By putting your son in the trailer with her, you were placing her at risk. You were placing her at risk. I don't care what kind of an agreement you had with a 20-year-old who was trying desperately to put a life back together again, with a child who's no longer with her, was with her mother because she couldn't deal with working, the child, whatever other stresses she was under. And you putting a 45-year-old alcoholic with her.
I did not put him there with her. I did not.
You mean she invited him?
I don't know who invited him.
I don't know who invited him either, but that's where he
is
is now. And Miss John, I can't help you. This is a very sad situation, but if you want the money back that you invested in that trailer, I suggest, madam, that you speak to your son. Your case is dismissed, that's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Morton and her father, George Moffett, are suing Melissa's sister, Tracy Kuzmich, and her fiancée, Tracy Crowley, for unfinished work on their home.
Order. All rise. Now, it's case number 574 on the calendar, the matter of Morton Moffett versus Kuzmich Crowley.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated.
You, Mr. Morton?
I'm
Miss
Mrs. Morton.
This is your dad?
Yes, Moffett.
This is your sister?
Yes.
Your daughter and her husband?
Fiance.
Fiance.
Unless something changed.
Miss Morton, they purchased windows for you to install in your home.
Yes.
According to your complaint, the windows were the wrong size, didn't fit.
Right.
You paid them $4,000. That was the agreed price. So far, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have your bill for the windows?
Yes, we do.
I'd
Right
like
here.
to see it.
Bill and some wood.
How much were the windows in total?
The windows in total were $1,551.
Okay. The windows in total were $1,500.
Yep, $1,551 for 9 windows.
Okay, and that's what you delivered?
That is correct.
And she gave you a check for $4,000?
Yes, she did.
And you didn't furnish any additional windows?
That is correct.
So the rest of that money was allegedly for your labor?
No. I have their estimate right here, in which they broke down how they gave it.
Can I see that, please?
Installed 9 windows, or they've installed 11 windows altogether. An estimate came with a big picture, a bow window.
No, just a second.
They said.
Just a second. Okay, so the total here was 9 standard windows, add 11 windows to replace the rest of the windows throughout the house. So this total bill was $2,747.
Yes, ma'am.
Where did the other money come from?
Well, they had done additional work through, I had some storm damage, so they did a little bit with that. They said that they were going to do extra insulation, they were going to do more of the trim. The reason that the windows didn't fit to start with was because I have an old house and they did a false window. So they just took the estimates off of the size off the windows that were in instead of, taking that false window off and putting the size that fit. They had originally installed the 3, discovered that they didn't fit. So instead of, not leaving those, they decided to make them work, try framing it in, and then they said that they were going to take back the others and reorder. Well, they never did that. Instead, they installed an extra.
Were you going to order the correct size windows?
No, I never told her that. I showed her what was wrong with her windows as far as the seal. The seals on the windows were rotten. The windows looked like they were fairly new.
If you purchased different windows, would they have fit more appropriately? The answer is either yes or no.
No.
Okay. So you knew you had to then fix those windows because they didn't fit.
Correct.
Okay. Did you ever do that?
Yes, Your Honor.
When did you do that?
When we installed the windows.
So as far as you're concerned, the job was completed?
That is correct, Your Honor.
No, I don't think so.
The first 9 windows, yes, they were.
I don't think so.
The first 9 windows were.
And then?
We did not put in the remaining 11 windows or the bow window.
She paid you for the additional 11 windows.
That was not for the windows, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
We never charged her. We did this as a family thing, not as contractors.
In any event, the case is about you claim that they did not install the other windows appropriately, and you had to pay someone $1,600 to install them and complete the job. In any event, I don't understand your claim, quite frankly, for $5,000 because all it cost you was an additional $1,600 to fix the house.
Yes, actually, because they did not install the windows I wanted. I was not really made aware of that. I'm not really an expert on windows.
Well, then that's your problem.
And I understand
then that's your problem. I still don't understand why you're suing for $5,000 when all it cost you to fix, and I assume you have a bill for that, to install those windows was $1,600.
Because for one, I didn't get all my windows. I only have 11 windows in that house. I didn't get my picture window or the additional 8. And like I said, they weren't the Anderson.
Just a second. Did you pay for them?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
I did. Those were part of the $4,000 that I gave, because on that estimate you see that there was the 9 windows plus the picture and then the 11 windows.
One bay window with Anderson, Silvermine Series windows. Do you have an estimate for the bay window?
Yes, I do.
And is that part of the $1,600?
Yes.
Well, if it's part of the $1,600, we're back to the same question. You paid $1,600 to complete the job. Why are you suing for $5,000?
If I may, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
They installed the windows. They left them hanging with just screws.
I don't care.
They didn't trim.
I don't care. It cost her $1,600 to fix the job. Why is she suing for $5,000?
Because I would like the compensation for my windows, because those aren't the windows I asked for. So that's the $4,000. And then I would like the extra $1,000 for the window that he did, because I paid for that bay window twice. No, not if I give you $1,600. You didn't pay for it twice. It's only one window. I should only have to pay for it once.
Absolutely right, but he shouldn't have to pay for it twice.
He never provided me that window.
Hey, listen to me. Okay. It cost you $5,600 to complete the windows in your house. Yes. Is that a fair statement?
Yes, it is.
You gave him $4,000.
Yes.
You had to spend another $1,600. My question is, why are you suing them for $5,000?
Because I would like the $4,000 from the windows. Those aren't the windows I wanted.
Well, I tell you what we do. When you take those windows out of your house and throw them in the garbage, come back to me.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Melissa Morton and her father, George Moffat, are suing Melissa's sister, Tracy Kuzmich, and her fiancée, Tracy Crowley, for unfinished work on their home. The defendants are countersuing for false allegations.
Okay. I'm not getting into the whole family business here. The family business was that the windows weren't installed properly to begin with. Then your wife was having a difficult pregnancy, and her sister decided it's not the right time to put their feet to the fire. I'm going to live with this during the summer or whatever it was. But then at the end of the summer, she found herself pregnant. And she wasn't getting satisfaction from this side of the table to fix a problem that you should have fixed. In any event, she's owed $1,600 to finish the job because you didn't finish the job and she had to get somebody else to finish it. Unless you're going to tell me that you did, in fact, give her a picture window. Did you?
No.
Okay, so she's entitled to $1,600. Now, Mr. Moffat, you have a claim. I want to know whether you want to proceed with that claim, because you say that when all of this came down, you did something that a father should never do. You stuck your nose in your children's business.
No, ma'am, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Are you telling me that you didn't call them to try to intercede about this window business?
No, ma'am, I didn't.
Ma'am,
We got
if
proof
I
right
may,
here. Go
he
ahead.
called my cell phone an ungodly amount of times telling me to get my dead A out of bed
Just a
and
second.
over to her house.
Just a second. They have the phone records.
Yeah.
You man,
They have the phone records.
we get along, and he says the same thing to me. It's nothing personal.
Well,
That's him.
Mr. Moffitt, then you want to tell me what you're suing your daughter for?
I collect funeraria and strange things, casket tags, odds and ends.
And?
I bought a plantation police badge off eBay.
And?
I had said something to Tracy about it, and about 10:30, 11 o'clock at one night, he calls me, drunkard, and he's going to come over to my house and beat the out of me and rape me.
We have
That's a lie.
We have police reports, Your Honor. Like I said, the telephone
And,
things.
ma'am, I talked to both of them.
Just a second.
after.
And?
And I called the county police and filed a report.
Okay. I'd like to see the report that he filed.
You see, and this is the kind of, these are bad, shady people.
What kind of racial comment to him?
May I?
Did he? Shh. No, I'm asking him.
The comment was made to me, though, ma'am.
What did he say?
He said, tell Tracy he better have his freedom papers because I have a badge to arrest runaway slaves. Those were his words.
Oh, well, Mr. Crowley, you made a mistake, sir. You called back when the police were still there.
You're correct, Honor.
And you threatened him.
I just
You
basically told
called
him
back
what's
when the
over.
police were still there. The police told you not to call back, didn't they?
Yes, they did, Your Honor.
So what'd you call back for? So what'd you call back for?
I called back to let him know that that was it. It was done.
No, that's not what you said. That's not what the police said you said.
Well, I know.
That's not what the police said you said, Mr. Crowley. Because you have a counterclaim. Your counterclaim is that you filed a false police report. Your
He did, Your
counterclaim's
Honor.
dismissed.
Right. Well,
Your
no,
counterclaim's dismissed.
Honor,
No,
in
the
police
counterclaim is
report-
not dismissed.
Oh, yeah, your counterclaim's dismissed.
He told the police that I was being held
Listen
against
to
my
me.
will.
Your counterclaim, sir, is dismissed. You want me to read what your countersuit is?
Yes.
My father made false allegations toward my fiancé, claiming that he threatened him.
He did not threaten him.
Just a second. That's what you wrote. Claiming my fiancé threatened him and he was holding me against my will. However, the police officer says right here, he told you not to call back, and you called back and said you blanked by calling the police.
Implying I will not have anything to do with them now.
Listen to me. Don't tell me implying anything, madam.
But that's what he meant.
Listen to me. Don't tell me implying anything. Your fiancé was told, don't call him. And he couldn't control himself, and he called him. His counterclaim is dismissed. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,600. That's
Hold
all.
on, wait,
Step
wait,
out.
wait.
Parties are excused. May step out.
The job was completed for what we got paid for, but it was not a business transaction. It was helping out family members.
Those weren't the windows I wanted. They did not finish work. That I paid them for labor that they did not do.
He's racist and he does not like him, and that's what this is really all about.
As far as being a racist, I'm also American Indian and white. I'm mixed race also.
I'm just going to walk away from it all.
I want nothing to do with her. The only one I would love to have anything to do with is my niece.
There is no relationship.
Don't hire family for sure.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Pangburn versus Teague. Step forward.
25-year-old Shalon Pangburn is suing her former friend, 19-year-old Austin Teague, for a cell phone termination fee and the cost of a new phone.
Miss Pangburn, you knew the defendant, I assume, from the mall where he works?
Yes, ma'am.
And he worked in a phone store?
Yes, ma'am.
Just friends from the mall?
Yes, ma'am.
Never saw each other outside the mall?
No, ma'am.
Okay. He works in a phone store. He had a phone. I don't know what kind of phone it was. He had a red phone. You had a blue phone. You wanted his red phone. He said, okay, we'll switch phones, which is what you did. You took his red phone. He took your blue phone. You took it and you opened up an account and your phone broke. And you went to him and said, phone's broken. And he said, well, can't help you. It was working when I can't help you. It was working when I gave it to you. Gave you a loaner for a brief period of time. You want him to pay for the cost of the phone and the cost of the termination fee for your phone.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's the case. Whose idea was it to swap phones?
It was his. I talked to him about getting that phone.
What do you mean? You would talk to him about buying a new red phone?
Yes, ma'am. I talked to him about purchasing the new red phone, and he came upon the idea of just buying the blue phone. He would take the blue phone and I would take the red phone.
How much did your red phone cost?
About $500.
And how much did her blue phone cost?
Roughly about the same price.
Is that right?
I paid $262.49 for it.
I was doing the outright price. I wasn't doing the contract. Outright prices are about the same price. My phone's about $200-300 out with the contract in it, but outright is about $500.
And is her phone the same?
Yes, her phone's about $450, $475.
Now, what was it about her phone that made it more desirable for you?
My phone's a touchscreen phone. I actually didn't like it too much. And her phone was not touchscreen at all.
How long had you had your phone?
Like a month and a half.
How long had you had your phone?
I had never purchased. I never even had the phone in my possession. Austin took control of the phone before I even had it.
So you bought a new blue phone?
A brand new phone, yes, ma'am. I never even had the phone in my possession.
And for $262, without a contract, you got his phone that was a $500 phone.
That included the contract.
Now, on what date did you switch phones?
That was October 27, 2007.
Did you make any phone calls at all on that phone?
No, ma'am. When I actually received the phone, it was not working. And that's when I talked to Austin and told him that the touch screen, which is the only way to use the phone, was not working.
In the store?
Correct.
And what did he say to you?
Well, he spent probably about 45 minutes trying to get the touch screen to work, and he never could. At that point, he got a brand new phone out of its box and told me while he was trying to fix my phone, I could use that phone.
And that happened in the store on the same date, on the 27th of October?
Yes, ma'am.
So he gave you a loaner phone?
Yes, ma'am.
And then what happened?
I got a text message, or I believe a phone call about a week later from Austin saying that he needed the loaner phone back, that his boss was doing inventory, and if that phone was missing, he was going to lose his job.
Okay, so you brought that one back?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now you have no phone?
Correct.
All right, Austin. Let me hear you, sir.
Okay. So when she came in, I had the phone, my red phone in my possession, and I was using it on it, just using it. She saw me using it, and as soon as I handed it to her,
Don't tell me what she saw.
As soon as we made the swap for the phones, it stopped working out of nowhere. She walked away with it. After I
Just a second. You handed her the phone.
Yes.
And you were standing there with her.
No, ma'am. I walked away. I was on the phone with the wireless company to get it activated. I walked away, and then she told me that it was not working after I handed her the phone.
Okay.
But it was working when I handed it.
But she was still in the store.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
So then I was, like she said, I was there about 45 minutes.
Just a second. So you were there 45 minutes trying to get it to work.
Yes, ma'am.
At that point, did she ask you for her phone back?
No, ma'am.
You said, I'm going to give you a loaner phone.
Yes, ma'am.
Until I get your phone to work.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you get her phone to work?
No, ma'am. But I also offered her an insurance plan, which she could call the wireless.
It doesn't make any difference. You didn't comply with your contract. The contract took place. When you handed her the phone, she said it doesn't work, and you said, I'm giving you a loaner phone until I get your phone to work.
Yes, ma'am.
Then when she came back, Austin, and you couldn't get her phone to work, you said, well, now I'm going to give you an alternate plan. You can do this, and you can hop over here, and you can jump through here. And she chose not to do that. That wasn't the contract. That was your getting out of the contract. She chose not to do that. So you owe her the money. Now, she had a phone that she gave you that cost her $262.
Yes, ma'am.
And how much was your disconnect fee?
The termination fee was $400 for not returning the phone.
That's $662.
Correct.
That's what you owe her, Austin.
Okay.
Shouldn't have given her a broken phone, sir,
right.
Which is what you did. Judging for the plaintiff for the amount of $662. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
30-year-old Sierra Medrano is suing her ex-boyfriend, 22-year-old Clarence Alejandro Moreland, for a loan to break his apartment lease.
Order. All rise. Now it's case number 503 on the calendar in the matter of Medrano versus Moreland.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated.
Ms. Medrano, defendant was your boyfriend, and you claim that you made a $1,200 loan in order to help him break a lease for his apartment. Mr. Moreland has an entirely different story, which I'm going to let him tell me.
What?
Because you do acknowledge that she gave you $1,200.
Correct.
When did she give you the $1,200?
It's around February of 2008, during my birthday. I was going to depart the city. I told her I was going to leave.
You were going to leave what city?
Indianapolis, and I was going back to New York. And
Are you originally from New York?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long were you and Miss Medrano dating at the time?
For about a year. And that's when she had persuaded me that I should stay, get an apartment. I got an apartment because I had a friend that also too needed an apartment. So we got the apartment together.
Where was Miss Medrano living?
She was staying with her mother at the time.
Go ahead.
And during that time, I had a friend. He moved in with me. He was unable to financially make the rent. So
just a minute. So you rented an apartment with a friend?
Right.
Did you sign a lease?
Yes, ma'am.
Did the friend sign the lease?
No, ma'am.
And how much was the rent?
$500 a month.
So you each were paying $250?
Right.
And then he couldn't make the rent?
Right, he couldn't make the rent.
So what happened, Mr. Moreland?
At that time, he left the apartment, and I told her that I was...
When was this?
This was around April of 2008 last year, and I had made her aware, notified her that I was going to leave the city right then and there because I didn't have an apartment to go to, and I just wanted to leave.
Well, you had an apartment to go to. You had signed a lease.
Right.
So you were just going to break the lease and leave?
Yeah, I was going to break the lease and leave.
And what did she say?
She said, no, don't do that. Stay. I'll give you the money. So then she gave me $1,200.
What was the $1,200 for?
It was for the rent because I wasn't able to pay his half. And then also, too, there were some other things.
That's not correct. Shh. I'll get you in a minute.
And then also, too, I had a car payment that I had to make.
Okay. Now, in April of 2006, did Miss Medrano come to stay with you?
No, she did not. She was already staying there. And she already had her belongings already there.
Already
during
where?
the time, at the apartment.
How often did she stay there?
I say about 5 nights out of 7 nights during the week. The weekend she would leave and go back over to her mother's or do with her.
Why is that?
I don't know why I don't know if she was going to the club or what she was doing.
What club?
Clubs around the city or wherever.
What were you doing on the weekends?
I was doing the same thing. I was
Cheating.
go to the.
All right, Miss Medrano, let's hear your version of the $1,200.
In April, he asked me to borrow the money, and I told him no at first, but then eventually I did let him borrow it. And that was not to pay any of his bills. That was actually to break the lease of his apartment and move into another one in Indianapolis.
Did he, in fact, do that?
No, he did not. I'm really not sure where the money went to.
I want you to tell me exactly what he said to you.
He asked me to borrow the money in order to break the lease to his apartment and move into another apartment in Indianapolis. But I really strongly believe that he was behind on child support and that it went to his baby's mother.
Were you behind in child support?
No, ma'am.
How much did you pay in child support?
It was just $50 a week, so I wasn't no reason to be behind.
And actually, I have another statement. His baby mother called me, so that's why I really strongly believe that, because she did let me know that he was behind on.
Don't tell me what she said. That's hearsay. Okay. When did the two of you break up?
In May of 2008.
Under what circumstances?
Because he was cheating on me with his baby's mother.
That's incorrect. I I was just being honest with her. I made her aware that I wasn't going to be able to be faithful to her. I wasn't with any ex-girlfriend or anything else like that. I just let her know I wasn't going to be able to be faithful, so we might as well not be in a relationship. And that's when she had got upset.
It's not true.
And agitated about the situation.
Okay, so let me understand this. You broke up a month later.
Right, correct.
Or within that month.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time you were taking $1,200 from her.
Yes, ma'am.
To pay a variety of bills, none of which were hers.
Correct.
And shortly after you got the $1,200 from her, you told her that you could not be faithful to her in a committed relationship.
Correct.
Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, ma'am.
Nice. Judgment for the plaintiff and the amount of $1,200. Thank you. That's
Parties are excused.
Counterclaims dismissed.
You may step out.
Pretty much just a woman scorn, and this is just really how a woman gets sometimes.
He had been lying to her also.
Honesty doesn't pay off at the end of the day.
Learn how to be faithful.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Massa versus Nowak. Step forward, please.
Sammy Massa is suing his ex-boyfriend, Daryl Nowak, for unpaid loans to pay his rent and car note. He is also suing for the return of his record collection.
Mr. Massa, you and the defendant lived together for approximately 8 years, according to your complaint. You lived together as a couple, and you claim that during that period of time, you paid as a loan to the defendant his share of living expenses, rent, and car payments when he lost his job. You want that money back. In addition, you say that when he left, he took a valuable and sentimental CD collection, and you want that back. The defendant says that he has the CD collection, that he's keeping it, holding it hostage until you return to him some of the things. I assume that some of the things, they were things that you gave to him as gifts that you refused to return to him. And he says that as far as the rent and car payments were concerned, there was never any discussion when you were together about that money being paid back. Are these the items that you want, sir, that are your gifts?
I believe they are, yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. Let me turn those, first let me see them, and then we'll turn them over to the defendant and take care of his counterclaim. Mr. Massa, you bought these for the defendant as gifts?
Yes, Your Honor.
There's a bracelet with your name on it. It looks like a watch. What else?
I have 2 antique estate chairs that I would also like returned to me.
2 antique estate chairs, sir. Do you have those?
Yes, Your Honor.
Could we make arrangements to get those to the defendant?
Sure, as soon as I receive...
No.
Okay.
They're his things. You can't hold
Okay.
things hostage. We don't hold things hostage. Okay. So these 2 things we turn over to the defendant. Thank you, Bert. And then we'll make arrangements within 5 days to get your 2 chairs.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, you get your 2 chairs when he gets back his record collection. Do you understand? So we're
Yes,
going to
ma'am.
make... We're going to make that a transfer, so we know that the chairs come to you in good condition and the record collection goes to the plaintiff in good condition, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Sammy Massa says his former live-in boyfriend, Daryl Noack, owes for rent, car payments, and the return of his record collection.
Now let's talk about this money.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mr. Massa. I'm prepared to hear you.
Daryl Noack lost his job at the end of February and came to me in March and asked me if I would loan him money to pay his vehicle while he awaited a 401k payout and his vacation pay from his prior employee.
And how much was the vehicle payment?
The first payment was an amount of $300, and so I went and paid that, and then...
Had you ever paid for the car before?
No, Your Honor.
Is that correct, that he had never paid for it before?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, so $300. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, and then back in April of 08...
April of 08, yes.
Yes.
What did he need in April of 08?
I paid another car payment of his for $325.
Okay.
And then somehow on the fifth month, he was able to call...
I got a deferment for the car payment for that month, Your Honor.
Fine.
Okay, so...
Due to the fact that I'd lost my position.
Okay, good.
And then on 6/3, I loaned him $335
for a car
payment again.
Is that correct, Mr. Noack?
I believe it was correct, Your Honor. There was an incidental amount for, I think they had placed insurance or something.
Okay, go.
And then in July, $225.
For the car?
For the car payment as well. And then...
I was making arrangements at that time due to the loss of my employment. They gave me a reduced amount.
Got it. I got it. So far, this is what you owe him.
Yes.
Okay, and then on August of 8, he asked for another $325, Your Honor, which I paid for another car payment.
Go ahead.
Okay, I also paid his share of rent. The total amount of rent was $600. We was living with my mother. She paid $300, and the agreement was that we would pay $150 each. He did pay in March his $150, but from there on out, from April through September of 08, he did not pay any of his rent. I paid that, which totals the amount of $900, which he owes me.
Do you agree you owe him that money, Mr. Noack?
I don't know if that amount is correct, Your Honor.
That is correct. 150 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equals $900.
I didn't realize I was supposed to maintain an expense sheet in a relationship.
Well, the
Well, what I'm
relationship was
asking you
over
is,
there
Mr.
at the
Noack,
time,
did you ask
there
him
was
to
no
pay?
relationship anymore. Excuse me.
Did you ask him to pay your share of the rent?
He paid the share of the rent. I didn't ask him to pay it.
Well, how else was you supposed to?
No, Mr. Massa, don't interfere. Okay. So far, he acknowledges he owes you the car payments, correct, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now we come to an issue. The issue is whether or not there was a loan with regard to the rent.
I never agreed to repay anything.
Did you? Just a minute. Did you ask him to pay your share of the rent?
Yes, he did.
No, I did not, Your Honor.
I'm not asking you anything.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Did you ask him to pay
No,
your
ma'am, I
share of
did
the
not.
rent? All right, Mr. Massa, I'd like you to tell me how it came about that you paid the entire $300.
The lease was in my mother's name. Each month, I would give my mother $300 cash, and she would put in the other $300.
Oh, I understand that.
Right, and he asked me if I would pay his share of rent because I wasn't going to pay his expenses to have him to live.
Why not? You were living.
Yeah,
why
well,
not?
we never did that before. Everything was.
I understand, but he had no job now.
Well, that's not my responsibility.
Mr. Massa, let me explain something to you, sir. There has to be an agreement to repay in order to have. There has to be an agreement to repay in order for there to be a loan. You paid his share of the rent because you were a couple, you were living together, and he didn't have a job.
I had lost my job.
Do you understand?
Yes, I understand, but we wasn't a couple anymore. I moved back to the back bedroom after an incident that happened.
I didn't keep track of every time I bought you dinner. And
well, that has nothing to do with.
Don't talk to him. Don't talk to him. When did you move back to
I moved back in, okay.
I ask a question, you answer. When did you move to the back bedroom, and what
I moved
month?
back there the day after my birthday in February of 2008.
Is that correct?
Or shortly thereafter.
Well, then, from April until September of 2008, you weren't a couple. You owe him the rent, sir. What else?
Okay, he also borrowed 258 some odd cents for
I think it was
insurance payment.
$228.
It was $258, Your Honor.
When?
August the 21st, when the car company called him and said that they would no longer carry his insurance premium anymore. He had to get insurance himself.
And you were no longer a couple then?
We was no longer a couple, but he asked me, so I went down. I put 258 some odd cents. I think it was 37 cents.
You drove the car. It was important there was insurance on it.
Mr. Noack, listen. You want to speak to him? Go outside and speak to him.
I assumed it was an expense, that both of us incurred. I made the car payments prior to being unemployed. I didn't ask him for it. He drove the car during that time frame also. It's what you do in a relationship.
You weren't in a relationship anymore.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, if you were in a relationship, my reaction would be totally different. But from what both of you indicate,
We were
there
living
came
in
a
the
time-
same home.
You were living in the same home, but you were no longer living under the same bedroom roof. And there was a specific break in the relationship because he says he moved out of the room that you had shared into a back bedroom. And he did that in February of 2008, and all of these bills accrued subsequent to that. Okay. You owe him $2,668. That's all. The exchange of property will be made within 5 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I didn't realize you had to maintain an expense sheet when you're in a relationship.
You have to pay for yourself in life. You know, I'm not going to pay for somebody else.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Williams versus Bertello, step forward, please.
25-year-old Ashley Williams is suing her ex-roommate, 23-year-old Joseph Joey Bertello, for unpaid rent on their shared apartment.
Ms. Williams, you and the defendant were friends and leased an apartment together. He moved out to go into rehab. Had a drug problem or a drinking problem?
Pain prescription pills.
You could not maintain the apartment by yourself. You broke the lease. And now the landlord is pursuing you for 7 months' rent. You want the defendant to pay half of that.
Correct.
When did you sign the lease?
We signed the lease in June of 2007.
When did you move out, sir?
It was November 2007.
When did you move out?
November 2007.
You moved out to go into rehab.
Yes.
Why did you move out?
I moved out because I couldn't afford to live there anymore.
How much was the rent?
$1,190.
Do you have any notification from the landlord that they are pursuing you for this money?
Yes, I do.
Can I see it, please? Okay, sir. I'm prepared to hear your defense.
Okay. Starting from the beginning?
Well, you don't have to start back from your birth. You moved into the apartment June of 07. You moved out November of 07.
Correct.
The landlord wants, between the two of you, $7,840.
Correct.
Why should you not be responsible for half of that?
Well, when I moved out, I had developed a problem. I had been in several car accidents prior to that, and I was prescribed medications, and I just got to be out of control. And I kind of sat her down and said, look, I need to go get help. I'm going to move back in with my parents for now and check myself into a rehab. And when I told her that, she agreed that it was more important than living together and, you know, the rent. And so we had an agreement that I was going to move out and she was going to ask her sister to move in with her and take my place.
You had an agreement that you would try to find somebody else.
Yeah, her sister. She had mentioned that her sister liked our place and maybe possibly thought about moving in. And when
Well, that's a possibility. Did that happen?
No, it didn't.
It didn't happen.
No. And so a few days later, she had left to go to LA to visit her boyfriend at the time. My mom came and stayed with me at the apartment, and then after that, I got all my things and left. When I came back and she was there, that's when she told me, look, I can't find anybody. I'm going to move out now. And so I told her, I said, I thought we were in agreement that you were going to have your sister move in.
No, there was no agreement, sir. You just said to me there was a possibility that maybe her sister would move in. But before you got all your things together and moved out, she told you that her sister wasn't moving in.
No, that actually happened afterwards. When I got my
That's
stuff
not
and I
true.
came back for the last of my things.
Your stuff was still there. If the last of your things were still there, sir, you were still there. She told you she couldn't get her sister to move in. You
yeah.
had a choice. You could have stayed in the apartment.
Yeah, I mean, but I did tell her.
When you left in November, where did you immediately go?
The first place I went was my mother's.
And how long did you stay there?
I stayed there for about a month, and then that's when I checked into rehab.
Did you finish rehab?
Yes.
You're okay now?
Yeah.
Great. You owe her half this money. I'm glad you went into rehab. I'm glad everything is great. I'm glad you recognized it. All of that is terrific. You can't leave somebody in the lurch because you had a problem.
I actually have proof that he's lying, if you would like that. He signed something when we moved out saying that he would be rent responsible as well as me until the apartment was rented.
I thought that was I was signing away saying that I don't have any more responsibilities since apartment. I thought the agreement was saying that.
Well,
says
whether
you
he
do.
did or whether he didn't. Judging for the plaintiff for the amount of $39.20. Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step.
Max Price is suing his former tenant, Anna Alvarez, for rent, attorney fees, and for damage to his rental unit.
Order. All rise. Now, it's case number 494 in the calendar in the matter of Price versus Alvarez.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. You folks have a seat.
All right, each one of you has allegations against the other, multiple ones, so I'm going to try to simplify this as best I can. Mr. Price, you rented an apartment to Miss Alvarez.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Ultimately had her evicted, according to her, had her evicted. It is your claim that she owes you money.
Yes.
She owes you money for rent because she gave you a rent check that she ultimately stopped payment on.
Correct.
that she owes you for damage done to the apartment, which was additional damage that her security deposit did not cover.
Correct.
And attorney's fees that you spent to get a 30-day notice to quit the premises. Ms. Alvarez has a counterclaim. She says that you wrongfully evicted her, that she only stayed for a few days the beginning of November, which is why she didn't pay November's rent. And she's counterclaiming in addition for the return of her security deposit and for the illegal eviction. So, when did she move in?
Your Honor, Anna Alvarez moved in on 6/3/07.
Did she sign a lease?
Yes, she did, Your Honor.
Do you have a copy of that lease?
I do, Your Honor.
I'd like to see it.
Copy of her lease. It was a one-year lease, Your Honor.
All right, so this lease was for Anna, Vanessa, and Alex Alvarez.
Yes.
Who is that? That's your husband?
No, my daughter Vanessa and my daughter Alex.
Okay, Anna, Vanessa, and Alex Alvarez.
That's all.
Just the three of you?
Yes.
$1,400 a month rent and $1,000 security deposit. The term of the lease was 1 year. Fine. When did you serve Miss Alvarez with a notice to quit the premises?
I served Mrs. Alvarez, that would be 9/25/07.
That was just a few months into the lease.
4 months into the lease, I was receiving complaints from both neighbors on each side.
That's hearsay, sir. Did you go to housing court to have her evicted?
No, I did not, Your Honor.
What is the procedure in this jurisdiction? You serve her a 30-day notice to leave the premises.
It wasn't a 30-day, it was a 3-day notice, Your Honor.
3-day?
3-day.
When?
The date that Max said, I don't remember right now.
When did you serve her with a 3-day?
On the 25th.
Of what?
Of September. My lawyer served her a performer quit notice is what it was. She had
Can
a
I
choice.
see that?
Yes, Your Honor, you may.
I'd like to see it.
That was a performer quit notice.
For being wrongfully accused, Your Honor.
So you understood, Miss Alvarez, that if you didn't leave the premises, he was going to start eviction proceedings against you.
Yes.
You understood that?
I did understand.
Fine. So that you didn't have her evicted, but you notified her September 25th that if she didn't leave within 3 days, you would, in all probability, initiate eviction proceedings against her, which you never did.
Correct, because she decided to perform.
Just a second, but you never did.
Never did, Your Honor.
Okay, when you received this, Miss Alvarez, what did you do?
I panicked and I went to the police department and showed the police department and told the police department they're wrongfully accusing my 2 daughters.
Just a second. What did you do? You have the following options. You can either choose to leave, or you can say, bring on eviction proceedings, we'll go to court, and we'll appear before the judge. You present your case, I'll present my case, and then the judge will determine whether or not I'm to be evicted. You understood that, Miss Alvarez?
Yes, I think so, yes.
Okay. At some point, you chose to leave. At some point, you chose to leave rather than having him start formal eviction proceedings.
I didn't leave till November 3, 2008. I stood there and paid my rent month to month and did all that.
But you chose to leave rather than to have eviction proceedings start. Is that correct?
No, Your Honor, that's not correct.
Well, it was correct, Miss Alvarez, because you have the two choices. Either you say, listen, you don't have a case against me. We didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
And therefore, if you want to evict me, go to court.
Okay, yes.
And have me evicted.
That's correct, Your Honor, yes.
This just says to you, if you don't leave on your own, I may start eviction proceedings, and you will be responsible for the costs of the eviction proceedings, my attorney's
When I spoke
fees.
to Max about that paperwork, he told me, rip it up. I jumped the gun. It was my mistake. The neighbor wrongly accused your 2 daughters. It wasn't them. Don't worry about it, Anna. Just throw it in the trash. Don't worry about it. So I said, phew. Okay, I'm relieved.
Did you have that conversation with her?
I did not, Your Honor.
Yes, you did, Your Honor.
Then why did you move?
I didn't move November of 25th, 2007.
When did you move?
November 3rd, 2008.
Oh, you left November 2008.
Of 8.
A year later?
Yes, because he told me to rip it up.
So now you ripped it up.
Right. And we went on.
Let's say, and he didn't pursue the matter.
No, not at all.
Okay, now I
therefore
understand.
took my
Just a
daughters
second.
to his neighbor.
Just a second. You moved out November 3rd, 2008, and never signed another lease, correct? So that you were now living as a month-to-month tenant.
Yes.
Am I correct, Mr. Price?
Amendment to the lease.
Shh. You never signed another lease, correct? Ms. Alvarez, After this, you never signed another lease, so now you're living as a month-to-month tenant.
Yes, that's correct, yes.
And you chose to leave on November 3rd, 2008. Why?
I didn't want to leave, but Max was constantly, 5 days out of the week there. Just there. He would come by to water for 5 minutes. He would come by to just walk and stand and move trash cans from one spot to another spot. I had a patio furniture outside. He would fold up my chairs and put them away the way he liked them. I wear construction boots to work. I like to sit on my patio chairs when I get off of work.
You weren't happy
yada,
to
yada.
move.
No, he was just constantly there, like he lived there.
Okay.
Like he was there.
Fine. He was constantly there at his
5
place.
days out of the week.
You moved. You moved. Where did you move to?
I moved up the street. In the next city over.
Up the street, the next city over? How?
In Azusa. Where I used to rent from Max was Glendora. I moved into Azusa. I had
So
to
you
move
went to
right
a new
away.
town?
Yes, I did.
Did you move into a new apartment?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Why didn't you move out on October 31st?
October the 31st?
Yes, 2008.
Because I just didn't.
Well, you can't stay there in November without paying rent.
I did give him a rent check. I gave him a rent check. I stopped payment because he came into the house. Max came into my apartment. The reason why I left, Your Honors, Max came into the apartment 3 times without me knowing, with no notice, notice at all. The very first time when I first moved in, he came in to rearrange furniture.
I'm not interested in the very first time you stayed there.
The second time he came in with my daughter there.
When?
I believe that was August 20th. My daughter panicked and called me at work.
August 20th of what year?
August 20th of 2008.
Okay, but you didn't leave until November of 2008.
I went to the police department. They told me what to do.
Don't tell me what the police told you.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Max Price says former tenant Anna Alvarez owes for stopping payment on a rent check and for damages to her apartment. Anna is countersuing for 2 security deposits and lost wages.
My question is a simple one, Miss Alvarez. Why didn't you move on October 31st, 2008? Then there wouldn't be an issue about November's rent. You owe him for November's rent. You were there in November.
I was there in November for 3 days, Your
I
Honor.
don't care whether you were there for an hour in November. My question to you is a simple one, Miss Alvarez. You moved to a new town. Why didn't you move on October 31st? There's a simple answer for it.
I gave him a 30-day notice. I let him know that there was a check there from October the 15th to November 15th. That was when I was going to leave. He proceeded to come over,
October 15th to November 15th. Is that when you paid rent? From the 15th to the 15th?
Yes.
Is that right?
No. November. I paid rent from November 1st to November 15th. I gave him a $735 check.
Okay, so you paid him for the first half of the month.
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
And then you canceled that check.
Yes, I did, Your Honor. Because he came into my apartment again without me knowing.
When?
That was November the 3rd. November the 3rd, I got a message from him saying I went into your apartment again without me knowing. I was still there. We were still moving out.
What did he go into the apartment for?
Same reason why he went into the apartment the other 2 times. I have no idea.
On August the 20th, I was working on the unit up in front. There's 2 units on one property. Working on the unit up in front, walked down the little parkway to get something from the back, and I noticed a stool outside of a bedroom window with that window broken with the window broken.
It wasn't broken. It was.
Don't. I gave you a chance. He didn't interrupt you.
The window was broken, and it looked like somebody had broken into the unit. I went around to the back as where I was heading. I knocked on the door, knocked on the door. Her daughter, Alex Alvarez, who's 16 years old, said, "Come in."
She did not say that.
I don't want you to speak.
I said, "Alex, are you okay?" I said, "There's a chair on the outside of the bedroom window, and there is a broken window in your mom's bedroom. Is everything okay?" She said, "Yes, everything is fine." I said, "I need to enter the property because I need to fix this broken window."
Do you have any receipt from the broken window?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
I'd like to see it, please.
I have a tape recorder, Your Honor, that I want you to hear his message on my voicemail. I only have one. I have 23 of them of harassment, Your Honor.
Put it down.
Okay.
Not a difficult case, Miss Alvarez. What was the address of this house, Miss Alvarez?
739 in Glendora.
Well, why would he fix a window if it wasn't broken?
It wasn't broken. It was the place is old. I don't know how old it is, 1951 or 19 something, but it was stuck. It was closed. So when I went to open it for the first time, I have one window open and the other one closed. I tried to palm it up to make it go up, and it lightning bolt cracked, and that's what he's talking about. And for him to see that lightning bolt crack, Your Honor, he would have to be looking like he constantly...
Ms. Alvarez, you owe him for November's rent. The half that you gave him when you stopped payment on the check. How much was that?
$735.
$735. So far, that's what you owe him, Ms. Alvarez. Now, there's an issue with regard to security deposit, Mr. Price. She already gave you a $1,000 security deposit. I would like to see the condition of the apartment that she had before and after.
Okay. I have pictures here, Your Honor, along with receipts of before and after. There's before, the good ones are the before. I put $7,000, maybe $8,000 worth of before she moved in. The place was completely immaculate, brand new, and she will testify to that. She was very pleased and thankful that she was able to move into such a clean
So these
place.
are the after pictures or the before pictures?
Well, those are before and after, Your Honor.
Well, what you're talking about is scratches on the floor, sir?
Yes, severe scratches in which the tenant that has now living in the place has called me on it, and, well, they had to be fixed.
I had a twin bed in the bedroom.
They had to be fixed. Shh.
I had a twin bedroom in the girls' room, and yes, one of the wheels of the twin bed broke off, so that's what it did scratch it. I do know. I am aware of that. I do know that, Your Honor.
Well, then he has to have all these floors redone.
It's just a small scratch in the bedroom.
You can't just do one little piece, Miss Alvarez. You can't just do one little piece of a floor. You got to do the whole. You got to scrape down the floor, resand it, and then finish the whole floor. You can't just take a square and redo it. Would you show this to Miss Alvarez, please? I've seen the pictures of the floor.
What is this? This is the front. What is this? This is the front door. I don't know where. The
It looks like a door to me.
This can't be the front door because the front door didn't have it. I have my pictures also.
I'd like to see them.
I don't know what door. I don't know where that's from, Your Honor.
Okay.
My pictures aren't that good.
You took these pictures, Miss Alvarez, when you moved out?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
It doesn't look terrible. How much is it going to cost you to fix the floor, Mr. Price?
I have a receipt here, Your Honor. It cost me $980 to have them redone. That's the living room and 2 bedrooms.
What was wrong with the living room?
The living room pictures are also in there. It looks like the scratches to the living room, I could point them out to you, were maliciously done.
Well,
or it could have been from the
me.
dog that she should not have had inside of the house.
We don't have a dog,
I'm not
Your
sure
Honor.
where they came from.
We don't have a dog, Your Honor.
That's the picture of the living room right there.
Just the living room, because I saw the...
Yeah, these are
pictures.
bedrooms. That's the living room right there. And it's right in the center of the living room. And you are absolutely correct. I tried to ask my hardwood floor guy if we could just kind of patch this up, and he said absolutely not.
So this is the living room?
That is the living room, and the other ones are the bedrooms.
Okay, so it cost you $980 to
That's
take care
correct.
of the floors. What else?
Well, you got the laundry room. You have pictures of the laundry room, damage to the walls. That had to be fixed. That was part of them.
The laundry room.
The place had to be repainted, and the
Good.
walls had to be cleaned
That's
before
okay.
they
So
were
just
painted.
do it. That's when
which
you're
is
the landlord. You do that.
typical wear and tear.
That's the that you
screens.
take care of.
Here are some the screens from the daughters sneaking in and out of the property at nighttime.
My daughters don't sneak in and out of the property at night.
The screens were bent.
No,
There's that.
my daughters don't do
Mr.
that.
Price! Hey, shh. Mr. Price.
Yes, ma'am.
You've got
Your
your
Honor.
$1,000 security deposit?
I'm sorry?
You had her
I
$1,000
did, Your
security
Honor.
deposit? Good. That took care of the floors, and you totally have new floors.
Okay, yes, I
You're
do.
also entitled to $735. You are entitled to that. You are entitled to her rent.
Your Honor, I had to leave.
I assume that if
I had to leave because he came into my apartment with my 16-year-old daughter.
Listen to me. Miss Alvarez, you should not have canceled your check. Do you understand? If you had not canceled your check once you gave it to him, we would not be here today. Because Mr. Price, I assume, has better things to do than to come to court. You irritated him by writing out a check and then canceling it. And you didn't move out until after November 1st. So he's entitled not only to a half a month's rent, he's entitled to a full month's rent. And you damaged the floor. I don't care about the painting. I don't care about anything else. Normal wear and tear, maybe a little bit more, but he spent $1,000 to sand the floors because of damage that was done to the floors. So you lost your security deposit. But we wouldn't be standing here today if you moved out of the apartment on October 31st.
I had to leave, Your Honor. I had to. I had to.
Listen, Miss Alvarez, to me, you're not a victim, madam. I know that you're putting on your victim face to me, but you're not a victim. You had the opportunity to leave on October 31st. You told him you were going to leave. You gave him notice that you were going to leave, and you were going to leave in October. Instead, you stayed till November. And if you paid him for the first 2 weeks in November and decided that for one reason or another your new apartment wasn't ready, you couldn't move when you thought you were going to move, the other tenants didn't move out of the new place, so you needed an extra few days, what date did you move into your new apartment?
October the 15th I moved in. I paid extra so I can have both to get my stuff out.
So you had a place that you could stay and live on October 15th.
Yes, I believe it was October. It was both.
So you gave him money so that you could move slowly, paint, decorate, do whatever you had to do.
No, that's not true.
Well, then what did you pay him rent for from November 1st till November 15th, Miss Alvarez?
Because I was
You said you
gonna be
gave
there
him
for
a
2
check.
weeks.
And the check was from November 1st to November 15th, $735, and then you canceled it.
I canceled it because he came into the place where
I don't
was
want to
still
hear that
at.
again. I'm not interested. I don't care. I want to know why you gave him a check from November 1st to November 15th if you had another premises that you were paying rent on starting October
I think
15th.
it was October the 15th. I'm not sure.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $735. Your counterclaim's dismissed, Miss Alvarez. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
8-year-old Melissa Poncelet del Sol is suing film director Dr. Noel Howell for non-payment for her services as a makeup artist.
Order. All rise. Now it's case number 41 on the calendar in the matter of Poncelet del Sol versus Howell. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Sir, have a seat.
Is it Miss Del Sol?
Yes.
You were hired by the defendant, according to your complaint, to be makeup artist in a photo shoot that he was organizing on the island of Antigua.
Almost. It was a feature film, actually.
And you traveled to Antigua.
Correct.
And it is your claim that he owes you money. He says that he paid you some money, actually, but you left the project and you were a nut while you were there, and you caused him to spend thousands of dollars in down production time and your replacement, and he has a counterclaim. How much was he supposed to pay you?
$2,000 for my services.
So far, is that correct, Mr. Howell?
Yes, it is.
And what kind of film were you making?
It's an action flick.
How much money did you have to make this film?
About 150,000 US.
Have you ever made a film before?
Yes.
How many films?
2 prior to this.
Where? In what country?
I made one in Antigua, and I made one in New York.
Was the one that you made in New York a full-length feature?
Yes, it was.
Did it sell anything?
It's still in production, post-production.
Was the film that was made in Antigua completed?
It was completed.
How much were you paid by him of the $2,000 that was agreed upon?
$600.
When did you arrive?
I arrived January 16th.
When did you leave?
February 1st.
When were you supposed to leave?
February 10th.
So you didn't complete the job?
No.
Tell me why.
Because he basically sexually harassed me. The cast was sexually harassing me. They failed to provide me with food and water as agreed upon 3 times a day. Various violent things happened.
What did you eat?
I was lucky to eat 1 time a day, and usually it was a couple pieces of lettuce and an egg. Sometimes I got something called goat water, which is what they do when they take a goat and they kill it and they put it in some rainwater on the front lawn and they boil it, and it's not quite soup.
Where did it say in your contract that he was supposed to provide you with meals?
I actually never received a written contract. That was another reason why we are having this trouble. We have a verbal contract. The contract included that he would pay me for my services rendered, for my makeup kit expenses, for my lodging, food, and transportation, and he was also supposed to supply me with a cell phone, which he never did.
And in exchange for all of that, you were supposed to work from January 16th to February 10th?
Correct.
But you didn't work to February 10th?
I was unable to.
Why?
Through the circumstances that they were putting me through.
How many other people left?
I actually heard a few rumors that a few other people...
I'm not interested in rumors.
Okay.
How many people that you know that you're going to be able to name for me left the production?
I do know for a fact that the wardrobe lady left.
Did the wardrobe lady leave?
No.
Did she finish the production?
She did finish the production.
Did she leave before or after you did?
Before.
So you actually knew she left?
Right. I didn't see her.
Well, why didn't you tell me that first?
It's slipped my mind. I'm sorry.
What happened, Mr. Howell? Why did she leave?
Well, Melissa had to leave for a number of reasons. The main reason was because Melissa was incapable of doing her work. She was smoking and drinking. Her action became so bizarre, it was hilarious at times, dangerous at times. And I had to replace her on more than one occasion with makeup artists because she just could not function.
When you say she was drinking, you mean she was intoxicated?
Well, she was drinking and her behavior would lead me to believe she was intoxicated. But
Give me an example.
On Saturday the 24th of January, I got on set and I was like, yo, you need to go talk to Melissa. I'm like, what's going on? And they say, I don't know what's up. So I went over to her and she was like, why? Why? And
I got it.
Yes, Your Honor. And it was behavior like that. I was like, Melissa, what's going on? And then she was like, oh, Doc. She started complaining about a lot of things that was happening. And then...
What was she complaining about, Mr.
Okay, one of the things she was complaining about is that there was a person who was on the set. He wasn't part of the production team. And Melissa and him had become acquaintances. And she was stating that he was actually trying to have sex with her.
Who was this person, if he wasn't part of the production team?
What happened was we needed some guns, and he had brought, he flew in from New York to bring down some guns for us. His name was Robert.
He flew down to bring guns?
Yes.
What kind of guns?
Prop guns.
Prop guns?
Yes.
So he actually flew down at your request to add things to your production?
To the production, right.
All right, so he was there at your request, and she was complaining that he was making sexual advances towards her?
Yeah, that was a Saturday night, yes.
That was on the 24th?
24th, Saturday the 24th.
So what did you do? What did you say to her?
I told Melissa that I would address the issue after we finish the set. But let's go, let's get you calm down, and I will talk to him after I got taken care of her and her anxiety.
So what did you do?
So I told her I'm going to do 3 things to make sure that she feels more comfortable on set. Issue number 1. There'll be no male around her talking to her unless they were sitting in her makeup chair, because she was complaining that there were other people frequenting her set. Number 2, I told her there'll be no more smoking on set.
You mean smoking cigarettes or
smoking weed?
Smoking weed? Oh.
And Your Honor, if I must add, she was smoking the good weed. It was a strong Antigua weed.
And she was?
Yes.
Was smoking?
The good Antigua ganja.
She was smoking marijuana.
Marijuana.
Is that right?
No, it's not.
Yeah, sure
it's
it
a
is.
complete lie.
Just a second. He's absolutely telling me the truth.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No,
Go ahead.
He's not.
The third thing was I was going to try and address the source of her weed.
The source?
Yes.
So you were saying that if Robert's sexually harassing you, I want you to stop smoking weed, and I'm going to get rid of your supplier.
Yes.
Sounds like an interesting production, Mr. Howell.
No, Your Honor, there was more than just the sexual harassment. There was a lot going on, and I was trying to address the issue. The sexual harassment was just one part of the issue.
Okay. Did you ever complain to him about sexual harassment by anybody other than Robert?
Yes, I did.
Who?
There were a few people who were grips.
And what were they doing?
They set up light stands. They handled the lighting.
No, I don't mean what were they doing as grips.
Oh,
I mean,
I'm
what were they
sorry.
doing to you?
Well, I would go by them and they would touch me and they would tell me about how later that night they would like to do various things to me.
And what'd you say to them?
I said that that was very inappropriate and I would like them to not talk to me in that way anymore.
Your Honor, that's untrue.
The only one she complained to you about was Robert?
Was Robert.
I believe him. I believe him.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
What were you seen by a doctor for?
He actually forced me to see a doctor while I was there. I was told that I was not homicidal or suicidal, which was rather shocking.
And later today,
He first said he had an AMP system for you to use. Those are the words that you just said. Is that right, sir?
No, ma'am.
Of course it's right. You want me to play it back for you?
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Melissa Poncelet del Sol says director Dr. Noel Howell owes for her services as a makeup artist on his film. Dr. Howell is countersuing for money owed.
Now, I just want to know why you left on February 1st.
Because he no longer was giving me the means to do my job. He kept confiscating my makeup kit every night, so I wasn't able to clean and organize my brushes and my makeup kit. So I would arrive to set with dirty brushes. I finally said to him, this is unacceptable. As we've spoken about this many times, I need to be able to have my makeup kit in my possession at night so that I can organize it, clean my brushes, and arrive on set and do my job.
Was there ever a time...
Sorry?
Was there ever a time that you did not show up on the set on time, ready to proceed?
No.
Yes, Your Honor, there were times. First of all, I've never, ever touched a makeup kit. Never confiscated anything to do with a makeup kit. And why would I want a dirty makeup on my set? I would never do such a thing, Your Honor.
I don't understand why he took your makeup kit.
I frankly don't understand either. However, I do know that when I was finally returned to me, $4,000 worth of makeup was removed from it. And I'm not sure if it's because he wanted to keep it, to give to his new makeup artists to use on his film.
Who bought the makeup?
That was my makeup.
You purchased the makeup and he stole your makeup?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have receipts here that I gave her my credit card over the phone. She used a credit card. She bought makeup with the credit card. Then she called me and she told me I owed her $700 for the makeup. I went and I gave her cash. However, later I found out that $700 include $500-something that was actually purchased on my credit card. So not only did I give her the $780 cash for everything, she also used a credit card. So she only spent maybe $200-something of her own money. So Melissa is a con artist. She's very good at this thing. And I guess from the onset, that's what she was doing.
I actually have the receipt for that $765.30, and it was actually my father's Visa card, not his.
And Your Honor, I have the receipt that she submitted to me, and this is what she gave me. This is the receipt she gave me.
Just a minute.
And on this is what she told me she spent. And if my memory serves me correctly, it said MasterCard. And she gave me this.
This receipt that you gave me is for $532.60.
Right.
What she has here is $765, purchased on the 13th of January.
Yeah, Your Honor, I have the rest of the receipt. This is what she gave me. She gave me everything here together, $776, and that what she gave me was supposed to be, this was supposed to be cash, and that part of it was supposed to be the credit card.
Did you take back any makeup from her?
I did not.
Did you take any makeup from her kit?
I did not.
Did anybody as part of your production team?
Someone might have, but not to my knowledge. The only thing that I know, there was a bottle of blood that was left in the office that we end up using.
What I'm asking you is, did you or anyone at your direction take makeup from her kit?
No.
Okay.
I have a list of the missing makeup inventory.
Just a second. Did you see him take any makeup from your kit?
I did see him remove several items of my makeup from my hotel room when he burst into the door and threatened to hit me in the face.
Yeah, no,
just a second. Ms. Del Sol, what items do you tell me now that you saw him take out of your makeup kit?
4 gallons of blood.
Other than that?
I didn't see it with my own eyes.
Your Honor, 4 gallons of blood cannot hold in the makeup kit.
Hey, just a second.
I'm sorry.
You didn't see him take anything
all I know
else?
is that when I walked off set, because I had dehydration and sunstroke, because no one would let me sit in their car at the shelter or give me any water on set.
There we go again.
Be quiet.
My makeup kit was left on set, and it was unlocked.
I have no idea who took it. Okay, let me hear your counterclaim, sir. 30 seconds or less.
Your Honor, because of her behavior, her inability to perform the job that she was expected to do, I had to bring in an assistant, I had to bring in another makeup artist. I also ended up paying a hospital bill because of her behavior. She was seen by a doctor there.
What were you seen by a doctor for?
He actually forced me to see a doctor while I was there. And it was to Well, at the time I had no idea. After I was seen by the doctor, I was told that I was not homicidal or suicidal, which was rather shocking.
So you went to see a doctor in Antigua?
Yes, but it wasn't that I went to go see them. We were actually shooting a scene in a clinic that day. So he escorted me into the clinic, and I thought I was going in there to set up my makeup kit. And then suddenly I was alone in a room with the doctor.
Don't go on any more photo shoots to Antigua.
I won't.
Very good.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
The plaintiff was not the only one who was smoking this wonderful weed. Look over there at his face.
Yeah, I don't smoke.
But I'm sure there were people there who did.
Yeah, Melissa.
Only her? You think that I believe that?
And later today,
what he said to me was, you can have this equipment and use it, tell me what you think about it, and that was what was said.
There's your contract, if I believe you.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Melissa Poncelet Del Sol says director Dr. Noel Howell owes for her services as a makeup artist on his film. Dr. Howell is countersuing for money owed.
Mr. Howell, when you have a large production staff, sir, I assume you've had difficulties before, of various kinds, not necessarily with makeup artists, but with people who aren't performing their job. Would that be a fair statement?
Yes.
And you had to replace them?
Yes.
Have you ever sued anybody for that, sir?
Not as yet.
You will be unsuccessful if you sue them. You want to know why?
Why?
Because the courts are busy enough. You got to choose your people better, get better recommendations, do whatever you have to do as the CEO of this organization to make sure that you hire people who can do the job. But you don't go around suing them afterwards if your production is slowed
not
down.
afterward.
Listen to me. We're too busy to clean up after CEOs who don't do their homework and hire appropriate people. And if there's something wrong with her because she has a mental disability, which I assume that you thought she had if you took her to a doctor, then you didn't do your homework carefully enough. But you don't get paid for that, sir. Your counterclaim is dismissed. Similarly, madam, you did not fulfill your contract. You went home. You have no proof that he stole your makeup. I'm not sure what happened there. You got paid a little. It wasn't a pleasant experience.
Yeah, it was the weed.
Hey, listen to me and don't interrupt me. Did I give you plenty of opportunity to talk?
Yes, ma'am.
I assume that the plaintiff was not the only one on your set who was smoking this wonderful weed that they had in Antigua. I assume that that would be correct, sir. Look over there at his face. Is he there?
Yeah, he was there.
You get my drift?
Yeah.
I don't smoke.
Good. Me neither. But I'm sure there were people there who did. Right?
Yeah, Melissa.
Only her? You think that I believe that?
No, a few.
A few.
But not, and that don't have anything to do with the set.
Right, very good. Okay. Goodbye, folks. I don't think you have a case, madam. You got paid some money. I know he doesn't. That's all.
Oh, your excuse me. Step out.
Melissa was smoking weed.
Completely false and hilarious.
And the weed is too strong for her.
That I do not smoke marijuana.
And I know that her behavior and everything is the weed.
So that's just totally false.
Let me tell y'all, don't mess with the Antigua weed. It's wicked.
Don't deal with con artists.
Don't mess with the weed.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of McCullough versus Bongiorno, step forward, please.
Robert McCullough is suing a former bandmate of his daughter's friend, Joseph Bongiorno, for the return of his musical equipment.
Mr. McCullough, it is your claim that the defendant has a piece of music equipment that belongs to you.
Actually, 2 pieces, Your Honor.
An amp and something else.
And a controller for it, yes.
The defendant acknowledges that he has the equipment. He said it's his. You gave it to him.
Okay.
That's your defense, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Where is it?
It is currently in my possession at my home.
How long do you know the plaintiff?
Mr. McCullough, I met back in November of 2008.
How did you meet him?
I met him through Matthew Clooney, the plaintiff's witness. I'd been in the band with him since probably November of 2007.
So you met him through your bandmate?
Yes.
Now, tell me the circumstances of how this perfect stranger to you, someone with whom you had no relationship with, no business dealings with, correct? Mm-hmm. Gave you what he says, valuable pieces of equipment worth in excess of $1,000.
I went to his house with Matt Clooney, and he said Matt had previously called me saying that Mr. McCullough had an amplification system for me to use, and I went to
use an amp system for you to use.
It was given to me, yes.
No, he first said he had an amp system for you to use. Mm-hmm. Those are the words that you just said. Is that right, sir?
No, ma'am.
No, of course it's right. You want me to play it back for you?
No,
what you said was, Matt called you and said that Mr. McCullough had amp equipment for you to use. Then you quickly changed the word use for you to have. But the first word you used was use, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what did you do?
I took the equipment from Mr. McCullough.
What was the agreement? What did he say to you and what did you say to him?
Well, when it was given to me or handed over to me, there was no agreement saying that I had to return the equipment.
Tell me what he said to you.
What he said to me was, you can have this equipment and use it, tell me what you think about it, and that was what was said.
Did you use it?
Yes.
Did you tell him what you thought about it?
No, I did not.
Then you have to give it back. He gave it to you to use, and he said to you, I want you to use this and tell me what you think about it. There's your contract, if I believe you.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. Are you the victim of a scam? Go to judgejudy.com or call 1-888-800-JUDY.
Now, you never told him what you thought about the equipment.
No, I did not.
You got to give it back. Now. The fact that you're angry because you're no longer in the band doesn't mean you don't return the equipment. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Within 5 days, sir, you get your equipment back.
Your Honor, just one quick thing I'd like to interject, if you don't mind.
Sure.
What would be the recourse if he, in fact, does not have the 2 pieces of equipment?
Do you have the 2 pieces of equipment?
Yes, ma'am.
He has them.
Okay.
And they're to be returned to him in good condition. Otherwise, he can bring you back here. Do you understand? You don't want to be back here because you've already embarrassed yourself. You got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. That's all. Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy, Natasha Ware is suing repo man Bernard Williams for trespassing and damaging her vehicle when he repossessed her car.
Order. All rise. This case number 68 on the calendar in the matter of Ware versus Williams.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat.
Mrs. Ware, it is your claim that the defendant is an overzealous repo man.
Yes.
Who trespassed on your property and caused you emotional distress.
Yes.
You want to be compensated to the tune of $5,000.
Yes.
Mr. Williams says that he was trying to do his job. Could you take off that shield? It's blinding to me.
Sure.
I know who you are. Mr. Williams says that he was trying to do his job and you and your family prevented him from doing that. In the process of doing that, you assaulted him. He is requesting not only $5,000, but he is requesting the immediate return of the car for which you are delinquent in payments. That's your counterclaim.
Yes, that's correct.
So let's start out with some of the salient facts, Ms. Ware. What kind of car are we talking about?
A 2005 Chevy Impala.
When did you purchase it?
January the 10th, 2008.
And you signed a loan agreement with whom?
Westlake Financial.
Until when were you making payments on this car?
The last payment that I made was January the 30th of 2009.
And prior to January 30th, 2009, were you making regular payments?
They were not regular, but they were.
Well, that's what I'm asking you, Ms. Ware. From January 10th, 2008 to January 2009, which is 1 year, you should have made 1 year's worth of payments, and they should have been made on a timely basis. Did you do that?
No.
You have all the paperwork?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
When did you get the request from Westlake Financial?
We received this assignment on April 1st.
When did you receive a notice, Ms. Ware, that your car was going to be repossessed?
I never received the notice that my car was going to be repossessed.
Is this the first car that is a repossession that you've owned?
No.
How many cars have you had where you've had trouble making the payments?
Only one other one besides
When
this
was
one.
that?
2005, and I surrendered the vehicle.
When were you first told in that situation that they wanted the car back?
I don't remember when I was told.
Okay.
Your Honor, may I say something?
Yes.
I understand that the vehicles were up for repossession. The case here is that the way that he tried to repossess the
Just
vehicle.
to say, I understand that. I have to understand, Miss Ware, where you're coming from.
Okay.
I mean, if you have somebody's property and you're not paying for it, they're entitled to get it back. And the reason I'm asking you these questions, Miss Ware, is to ascertain that you're not a stranger to this process because you've had a car repossessed before for non-payment, which means that before you also had property that you weren't paying for.
I
So you know,
surrendered the
just a
vehicle.
second. I know. Did you surrender the vehicle immediately when they asked you to surrender it?
Yes, I did.
And how many months were you delinquent?
I wasn't even, I was a month delinquent, a month behind.
Nah, I don't believe that, Ms. Ware.
I was.
I don't believe that you were a month delinquent and they asked you to surrender the car.
I
Nobody
surrendered
does
it because
that.
I couldn't afford it.
Okay, so you know what the process is. Now, Mr. Williams, Ms. Ware said she had no notice, and I can find that out easily, but she says she had no notice that they wanted the car back. And she certainly knows how to do that because she just said to me before, which I assume she wants me to believe, that when she couldn't afford her old car, she turned it back in. That's what you told me, right?
Yes.
And you clearly couldn't afford this car.
Well,
you clearly, based upon your payment history, couldn't afford this car.
Not at the time.
But this car, you didn't turn back, right?
No, because
the first car you did, this car you didn't. So they had absolutely every right to repossess your car.
Yes, I'm not arguing that they did.
Fine. Now, can I see the order to repossess it? Okay. Now you're going to tell me your version of the events surrounding the defendants repossessing your car.
On April the 17th, 2009, me and my husband was at Little Caesar Pizza down the street from my home. My husband went into Little Caesar Pizza. Mr. Williams jumped into my car with no permission. I was in the car. He just jumped in behind my back seat and said that he wasn't getting out.
No, just a second. What did he say to you?
Nothing.
Did he tell Miss Ware, you have to tell me things that I believe.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
You mean he didn't say, I'm here to repossess the car?
No, he didn't, ma'am. He did not say anything. He just jumped into my vehicle.
Jumped into your car and said, I'm not getting out? That doesn't make sense to me. I believe you that he jumped into your car.
Yes.
I don't believe that he didn't say to you, I'm here to repossess your car, once he got in the back seat.
He jumped into my car. He did not say who he was, ma'am. He didn't say anything.
What did he say? I'm just in here. I'm a
The only
vagrant?
reason why that I knew he was repossessing the vehicle because I saw the tow truck and his wife video recording the whole thing. And then when my husband...
Just a second. So at the time he got into your back seat,
yes,
you were aware of the fact that he was there to repossess your car?
No, I was not.
Well, you just told me you were there.
That's the only reason why I knew that he was repossessing it. After he jumped in, though, he was already in.
So when he jumped into the back seat of your car and you looked around, you saw his wife videotaping, you saw the tow truck, and you knew he was there to repossess your car.
Yes.
Now tell me the conversation.
There was really no conversation. I just asked him to get out of my car. I was scared. I didn't know who he was. I had never seen him before.
Well, now, just a second. Now, according to you, you knew who he was. You knew he was there to repossess your car,
yeah,
right?
I did.
Okay, so you said to him, get out of my car?
Yes.
Okay, and now at this point you know he's there to repossess your car?
Yes.
And he's there to repossess your car because you hadn't paid for it?
Yes.
And he said to you, I am getting out or I'm not getting out?
I'm not getting out your car.
And you said to him?
Get out of my car. I was scared.
And you said, get out of my car. And he said?
No.
Okay.
So I called the police.
Okay.
And drove to my home.
Okay, so you
with
called
him in the vehicle.
Just a second. So you called 911.
Yes.
With him in the car.
Yes.
And drove to your house.
Yep.
Which is, according to you, down the block from the pizza place.
Yep.
Okay. Keep going.
And when I drove to my home, he was in the garage with us, scuffling, trying to get the keys. I was on the phone with 911 the whole time. I told him what happened. I have the police report. He refused to leave out of the vehicle. His wife came inside of my garage, were calling me all kind of names and saying all kind of things. They wouldn't leave off the property until the police came. That's all I wanted them to do, was to leave my property until the police got there, and they refused to do it. He just wanted to stay there and wrestle and tussle for the keys.
He wanted the car.
I know, but it's the way that you do things. You don't just jump in somebody's car.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Natasha Ware says repo man Bernard Williams trespassed and damaged her car in an attempt to repossess the vehicle. Bernard is countersuing for assault and false imprisonment.
Now, Miss Ware, I gather from your complaint that you still have the car.
The police made him give it back to me.
You didn't answer my question,
Yes,
Miss
I
Ware.
did.
I gather from your complaint that you still have the car.
Yes.
The last payment that we discussed that you made was in January 2009, correct? This incident happened in April, right?
Yes.
Did you make a payment in April?
No.
Did you make a payment in May?
Nope.
So you still have somebody else's property and you're not making any payments on it?
Nope. But he's not the repossession guy on the car anymore.
Yes, we are.
No, you're not.
Shh, don't speak to him. Just speak to me.
Okay.
I'm just asking you whether you're driving around with somebody
I'm not
else's
driving
property.
around.
Just a second, Ms. Ware. Just pay attention to me. I'm asking you whether you're still driving around in property that you haven't paid for and haven't turned in like you did, according to you, in May of 2005 when you knew you couldn't afford a car and voluntarily turned it in.
Yes.
Now you have a car that you haven't paid for and you haven't turned in, right? And you want $5,000 for emotional distress for the people that tried to repossess their property. I'm just laying out the case.
Okay.
The people that tried to repossess their property because you weren't paying for it, you want $5,000 from them. That's what I want to understand.
Yes.
Okie dokie. Good.
Okay.
Now,
Whatever. Really doesn't matter.
I will tell you that there are certain jobs that have a cloud, an aura of ill will surrounding them, sir. You know, like executioners, right? Repo men. It's a thankless job. I'm starting out with this as a general statement based upon my years of living in the world.
Sure.
And if somebody is withholding somebody else's property and
I'm not
paying
withholding
for, I'm
it.
speaking. Somebody is withholding somebody else's property and not turning it back because they can't afford it. It has been my experience, you know, from movies and stuff, that repo men resort to lots of things. You know, they'll put boots on the car, they pick it up in the middle of the night, they do whatever they have to do in order to repossess their property.
Within the law, yes, ma'am.
That's what your job is. You know, it's like being a bounty hunter. You know, if somebody's on the lam because they haven't paid their bail, they very rarely come out of, you know, the diner and say, well, here I am, take me back to jail. What you have to do is you have to resort to sometimes trickery, deceit, whatever it is, stealth. The question that I have, and what the issue that Ms. Ware, who does not come to court with clean hands, by the way, because she's withholding somebody's property, and even after she knew that they were trying to get back their property, she still didn't pay for it, and I assume still driving around in it. So I have zero sympathy for that position. If you can't afford something, you have to turn it back.
And I agree with that, but
Just
it's
a
the
second.
way
Just
to
a
do
second. You
things.
haven't done it.
She's made arrangements on...
Just a second. Ms. Ware, don't interrupt me again. You haven't done it. If you knew that he was trying to repossess the car on April 17th, on April 18th, you should have turned back the car.
Your Honor, there's no repo company on the vehicle right now, and I have been trying to make arrangements with Westlake. They took him off because of it.
Listen to me. They took it off because you made a complaint. If you couldn't afford the car, you turn it back. You clearly can't afford the car because you didn't make a payment in April, and you didn't make a payment in May. Either you can pay for the car or you can't pay for the car. And if you can't pay for the car, you turn it back. Now, just tell me your version of what happened.
She's correct. We did make contact in the parking lot of Little Caesars.
Put your hand down. You spoke. He didn't interrupt you. Go.
We made arrangements to go to her house.
No, tell me how you made contact. Tell me what you said. Tell me what she said. That's
Okay.
what I want to know.
I told her I am...
How did you tell her? Did you get into the back of her car?
The door was open, yes.
I don't care if it was open or not. Listen to me. Let's not play with each other. I want to get over with this case already. It's taking a long time. Mr. Williams, what I want to know is, did you get into her car?
Yes, I did.
Okay, you got into the back seat of her car. Where was she seated?
She was seated in the driver's seat.
Okay, and she turned around, and you're now in the back seat. So
I had already introduced myself
okay,
before
tell me
I got
what
in
you
the
said.
back seat.
Tell me what you said. Put your hand down.
And
tell me what you said to her. Not introduced myself.
I said, I'm Bernard. I'm with Fast Track Repossession. We're repossessing this car.
Okay, and what did she say to you?
Oh, no, you're not. And I said, well, you know you're behind in payments. We need to get this car now. At that point, she saw the tow rig, the flatbed. But for her, when she said that she didn't know who I was, I had my credentials around my neck. I clearly identified myself.
She says she knew immediately who you were. What she's complaining about is that you hopped into her car.
I was invited in the back
Just
seat.
a second. That's the trespass.
Yes.
Okay, so you hopped in her car, and you said, I'm repossessing the car, and she says, oh, no, you're not. And
Not
then,
exactly like that, Your Honor. I told her who we were. At this point, we were all outside of the car. When she realized that we were getting this car regardless, that's when we drove to her house.
Just a second. I don't want you to tell me what she realized. That's a conclusion, and you can't read into her mind. Who else was in the car with her?
Her husband and me and her.
Did she call the police from the car?
When we were halfway to her house, yes.
She called 911.
Yes.
Do you recall what she said to the police when she called 911?
I have a transcript of that call.
I'd like to see it, please.
Okay. The yellow is her call, the blue is my call.
Okay. So the first thing you did was, Miss Ware, according to this police transcript, you called 911 and said vehicle is being repoed and the repo man jumped in the back seat to keep you from taking it.
I didn't say that. No,
Well, that's what it says. And then it says
she had pizza.
RP is driving home with repo man in the back seat.
She asked me to take her home so she could unload her stuff and her pizza for her children. So we did.
Shh. Williams says he was attacked by the suspect while trying to repo it. You say to the police, they are trapping me in the vehicle, holding him against his will. Says both male and female were punching him while in the car. One hit him in the face. Williams says they just shut the garage door. He's still there. Williams says that there was a threat of a gun, no gun seen. Williams is moving the vehicle out of the garage. Let him go. Outside, RP wants to press charges against the suspect who hit him. That would be you.
The only reason I didn't press charges, Your Honor, is really we just wanted the car. It's nothing personal.
No, you didn't press charges because you jumped in my car.
You invited me in your car.
No, listen to me. Mr. Williams, there's no question that when you first got into the car, Miss Ware did not invite you in the car.
Well, not in so many words.
No, she did. Listen to me. Listen to me carefully. There is no question that Miss Ware, when you jumped into the back seat of the car at that moment, before you identified yourself, that she had not turned around, seen you outside the car. You said, I'm Williams, I'm here to repossess your car. And she didn't say to you, well, come on in the back seat and I'll drive you home with my pizza.
True. That's not how it went down.
So what happened is you jumped in the back seat of the car, and then would be only logical, and I believe that you did that, you said to her, I'm here to repo your car. She knew immediately who you were. According to her, she knew immediately because she gave a quick look around. She saw this lady, who I assume is your wife, videotaping and sitting on a tow truck. She says she knew who it was right away, despite the fact that she's told me she had no idea that they were going to repo the car. She knew immediately who you were, according to her, because she hadn't made the payments, right?
Your Honor, the only reason why I knew who he was, Your Honor, is because he had been calling my phone.
Oh, just a second.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Williams, you had been calling her phone, yes?
Yes.
When did you start calling her phone?
The day we got the order to repossess.
Oh, is that true that he had been calling your phone since he first got the order?
No.
When did he start calling your phone?
Like a week before this incident.
So a week before, you were on notice that the financial institution wanted their car back.
But you asked me, did Westlake notify me?
I asked you whether you were on notice that
you asked me, did Westlake? That's what you asked me.
Miss Williams.
I'm Miss Ware.
Miss Ware.
I didn't want to be married.
Miss Ware, don't play with me, madam. Just don't play with me, madam. You may think you're going to play with the system, but you're not going to play with me. But for the fact that Miss Ware sued you for her emotional distress and trespass in her car, I wouldn't have seen this counterclaim. Is that a fair statement? Because according to you, all you want is your car back.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Correct.
Are you still representing Westlake in this transaction?
Yes, we are.
Fine. Put your hand down. Then I'm prepared to render my decision. Your claim against the defendant is dismissed in its entirety. He had an absolute right to repossess the car, and you were on notice that he was trying to repossess the car, and I absolutely believe him.
He threatened me.
Hey, listen to me. I'm speaking now.
Okay.
You spoke. Now I'm speaking.
Okay.
You knew that you had people's property that you weren't paying for. You continue to know that you have people's property that you're not paying for, and you haven't turned it back. You don't get a windfall because you don't like the way they were trying to get their property back. Now, I understand that you say you were assaulted, that the family was whatever. You received no medical treatment?
Well, no, not from a hospital, but I do have photographs that show.
Terrible.
I have photographs too.
Terrible. You're not suing him for assault. His counterclaim is for assault. I think that you should pursue it criminally, sir. Do you understand?
Yes.
I think that you should absolutely pursue it criminally. And if you pursue it criminally successfully, come back to me. I'd love to hear it. Okay. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. But I am issuing an order that you can give to a marshal. He'll come and help you. That she is to return this car immediately. She's not allowed to keep property that she doesn't pay for. That's all. Thank you.